helped me with.
Excuse me.
TikTok is such a great thing for finding just bongers.
Marshmallow, sudden death, and crown the empire.
Ooh. Okay, everybody got their mics on?
Yeah.
Oh. What are you doing, dude?
Yeet. I tested it. I think it worked.
I tested it. I had to like songs. Okay. Gotta turn myself on because somebody won't do it for me.
Excusez-moi?
You know,
Boom, roasted.
Boom, roasted. Oh my god, thank you.
You know, when
Boom,
you
roasted.
twist the knob, it's different than when she twists the knob.
Very true.
No. No, this is not going on the internet. As I don't know how to turn you on.
I would like to set the record straight.
I will not have this slander.
Hell no, not in that way. You got me fucked up.
He knows where my button is and can push it very well.
Fucking damn right. Slander my name like that.
What a great way to go live.
Yeah.
My
which
in the way. I don't want to put it right in the middle.
just put it to the side,
Or
put it.
Put it on
Yeah,
your
there you
sweater.
go.
I clip it to my freaking bra strap, dude.
Yeah.
Just get it over there somewhere.
Yeah. All right.
I do before
Such
we
a
start
professional.
anything else or go any farther. I do want to say, sadly, our producer Trey is not here. He's feeling sick.
Our poor sicky boy.
Yeah, so he's not here. Sadly, I wish he could be. So
You guys can pretend he's here.
yeah. But yeah, Trey, I hope you get better, and love you.
We
And
love
sorry you
you.
couldn't be here. To meet another one of our awesome friends. But yeah, hope he gets better. But yeah, that out of the way. Welcome to Blue Skies from the Basement. My name is Austin. Joining me as fucking always is my best friend, the Savage Dad himself, Wes. And then sitting to the left of me is my beautiful girlfriend, Emily.
Hi.
And then we have a special guest with us, Jacob, a.k.a. Scooter Kid.
Woo!
Oh.
Which I don't know if, like, I told you that, like, whenever I talk about you to people that are, like, from the park, I'm like, oh, Jacob. And they're like, who? And I'm like, Scooter Kid. And they're like, oh, yeah.
That's how everybody knows me from
That
there.
guy.
It's like funny because like how most people who knew me as that like years ago, I'll see them nowadays. They're like, "You graduated from Scooter Kid to a Scooter Man."
I guess. Yeah.
I used to just get excited and yell, ah, scoot, 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 when he would show up to the skate park.
Scoot, scoot, scoot.
Like fucking Beetlejuice. You had to summon him. Also behind us, we've got, holy shit,
All of them.
Junie, Leon, Steve,
What's up, Steve?
Kevin Jr.
Stacy. Oh shit.
Oh, Stacy.
Daisy.
Get your shit
Stacey
together.
was just
Kevin
fucking-
Jr. Stacy's a little drunk.
Stacey's
Kevin
a mess.
Jr. Gay Mickey. And what did we name this guy? Craig?
I don't think we actually officially came up with a name for it yet.
Craig Cram.
Craig Cran.
Was there not a name on it?
No.
Oh, that's salty. There's a sticker though.
I'm fucking
It's like-
Craig.
That's exactly what I was going to
Jay.
say. Craig Christ.
Craig
Jesus' brother.
Christ. Oh my god, I'm so glad you know him.
What? Stephen Lynch?
Yes. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I love
Fucking,
Stephen Lynch.
what was the album? One of his more, I think the last one he released. I think it was called Lion. The fucking tattoo song, Gay Tattoo.
Oh, yeah. That's a queer tattoo.
Yeah, my kids love that song.
I don't know how much I can talk now because I don't know how much I can move to keep this on my head. All right, we're not doing that.
It's staying up there.
It was staying up there pretty well. Ooh, cross-legged. Yeah, you chilling?
Damn, that's an ugly ass baby. That's one of my
Such
favorite
a
ones.
Fun song. All babies.
Do you know Stephen Lynch?
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say, am I gonna have to show you Stephen Lynch?
No, I know who Stephen Lynch.
Because holy fuck.
Yeah.
Music comedy.
So, should we just get it out of the way? Because I know that we kind of talked about it on an episode, like, way before.
Who showed the video?
But we did show the video.
I already know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we did show the video. And we had you call in, I think. I think you called in, and we, like, kind of talked to you about it then. And that was, like, forever ago. But I would, like, I don't know. Is that episode out? Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, because I posted about it.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So that episode's out. So if you want to find that episode, you can go back and.
That's one of the ones that got released. Yeah.
Yeah. But we talked about your hard ass slam, and have you had anything since then?
I haven't had any. Well, actually,
We wear a helmet now, so like
yeah.
that definitely
Which-
helps. Like if you were wearing a helmet when that shit happened, you probably would have like maybe a concussion, but not split your head open.
Yeah. Which I was gonna say I've started wearing a helmet since then, and like less than so that the original slam happened is actually just over 6 years ago now, and then
Damn, it's been that long.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then was it 2019? It wasn't. I didn't like get a concussion or anything. I hit my head again. Didn't like have anything happen from that. Started wearing a helmet like full time the end of like 2020 into 2021. End of 2021, I split like my eyebrow open right above my glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was at the park again. I was trying to.
It was at the park again.
Again.
My mom is just like, every time I tell her I'm going to Sycamore, she's like, I don't like that park for that reason. 'Cause it's like every time I get hurt, it happens to be there.
Yeah.
But I split my eyebrow right above my glasses, even though I was wearing a helmet, and I had to get 5 stitches. I think I got like a minor concussion from that.
That's
And
the one spot where I've cracked my open is this eyebrow. Right in the eyebrow is where my scar's at.
yup, that's like where a lot of people get it,
Yeah.
surprisingly. But that was the last like head injury I got from scootering. But since then, so that was the end of 2021. The end of actually a couple months later, I had COVID, and when I had COVID, it was a couple days later, I had a seizure. During that, I was like making lunch in my kitchen. All of a sudden, my mom had to tell me what happened because I literally have no recollection of it at all.
Oh
She
shit.
said I made this really just unsettling like groan when I was like literally just making lunch, and I just hit like the edge of the counter where our little toaster oven is, had a huge scrape, literally the entire
Like torso.
entire length of my torso. Had a seizure, she said, for solid like 30 seconds to a minute.
Damn.
Called the squad in.
No shit.
They said they were there probably good like 15 minutes. I didn't like have any memory of it until probably 5 minutes after, until I came to. And even then I kept asking like, what just happened? And they were just like, you just had a seizure. And they kept asking like, yeah, do you want to go to the hospital? I'm like, no, I'm good.
I would have
Yeah.
been like, where's my sandwich? Did I ever finish my sandwich?
That's like, I think once I finally did, I was just like, man, I really want some food right now.
What happened to my sandwich?
So you know what happened or?
That's similar to
was-
the fucking bail too. Is like when you woke up from that, because like you kind of seized out. Well, you got knocked out, and then you seized out, and then when you were like up and talking to us, you were like, "What the fuck?" And just
The
kind of
fuck?
just kept resetting back to that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then, so that happened, end of 2021, and then beginning of 2022, I was actually getting a new car, filled out all the paperwork, everything. I switched everything over to my new car. I was probably like 2 minutes away from driving off the lot. Had another seizure.
Oh no.
Oh, shit.
Oh, geez.
Luckily, I wasn't driving or anything,
Yeah.
but pretty much the same thing happened. Had no recollection of anything. Couldn't remember anything until like 5 minutes after I came to. Like, even like when my mom drove us home, like the entire drive home, like she kept telling me like, you had a seizure again, and I just took a nap after I got home, and after like I woke up. Even then, I was just like, I thought everything was normal. I just took a nap throughout the day. And she was like, do you not remember what happened? I was like, what are you talking about? She was like, you had a seizure.
When did you
I was
get
like,
here?
again? And scheduled a doctor appointment with a neurologist. And because I had 2 within that short of a period of time, because like when you have them, it's within I think 3 months you're officially diagnosed as an epileptic. So since then I've officially been epileptic.
Gotcha.
So which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But I've just been on like super strong meds since then.
That's what I was gonna ask. So they have you on like anti-seizure stuff now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I mean I pretty much haven't had anything luckily since then.
Yeah.
Which
Well, good.
my neurologist has said I keep people on that stuff for like 20 years, and like there's been times where they said like, oh, I stopped taking it even for like a day or so, and they had another one after 20 years of taking it. So I'm just gonna keep taking it because I don't want to run that risk again.
Yeah.
Right.
Obviously with having like previous head injuries and whatnot. So
Yeah, seriously.
That was gonna be one of my questions. That sounds like that would give me a shitload of anxiety. Of like every time I got in the car or behind the wheel, I'd be like I might
crash and
could
die
just
today.
fucking blank out and not remember what happened, and who knows.
that was also like when
Oh, thank you, baby.
like during that time when you have like
Yeah, I noticed.
when you have several within like a short period of time, you have to be seizure free for 6 months.
Yeah.
So after I had the second one, they were like technically we should be taking your license away,
Yep, I was gonna
But-
ask that.
but they were just like, we're not gonna do that for you. Like we're just gonna pretty much just have your mom make sure you're not gonna do anything stupid or whatever. So I pretty
Yeah.
much just stayed in Pickerington and Reynoldsburg, and
Have you had any
Just-
like brain scans or anything since the slam?
I've had several tests and they've all come back like fine. Yeah, so don't know if it's like anything to do with like obviously with previous injuries and just
Yeah.
random instance just happened to bring it out or what, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So I do want to show the clip for the newer people.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And then I'm
Oh,
going to
yeah,
show
really?
the clip that I took the other day, just so everybody knows that he can fucking shred. Which, by the way, like, what he's doing is fucking insane in the first place.
Oh yeah, that was such an odd bail because you fucking
Let me,
you had that.
I honestly, I think it was just the scooter. Like,
Yeah.
oh wait, hold on. You can't. I don't have any volume. Here we go.
I've only ever seen like a few like holy shit pictures of skateboarding. This was one of them.
I remember even like after I came to, like in the hospital, I think I even asked, I was like, was it at least on film? Like a typical like scooter skate rat.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I mean, shit, it better, but fucking.
And the ramps at Sycamore are all made of metal too, so that's already intimidating
yeah.
as shit.
But
Oh,
he
yeah.
landed on the scooter. That's what it was. Like, if you would have landed like.
Sideways scooter.
Yeah.
too, just fucking literal scooter peel, banana peel.
If you would have landed on your feet, you probably would have like walked away from that. But you just landed straight on the scooter, and it was like "fuck you" and just shot you out, dude. And that was, I've watched this so many times, and I still every single time like it makes my stomach hurt a little bit.
A little
Was it-
desensitized to it now because I've seen it so many times, but
Yeah.
it's still just like fuck.
I took this the other day at the same park, but we were there, and I had to get a video of this.
Hell yeah. On the injuries at Pickerington, all the time, like I think it's because it's a small kind of like casual, easy park, but that size and then those ramps and the way they're like, I miss the old orientation, but the way they're set up now, fucking, it lends itself to creativity and just like I could do some crazy shit here because it's kind of small. Like, I think that's why people eat. Most of my bad injuries have been at Sycamore.
Yo, it's Angelica. Angelica's in the chat.
Angelica's in
Yeah.
the chat? Holy shit, hello.
Oh my gosh.
What's up, Angelica?
Podcast is extra quiet. Do we need to put that game back on?
What?
It says podcast is extra quiet.
I turned it up. I already put the game back on there and asked if it was better, but haven't gotten a response.
Okay.
We have to have Angelica on the show for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
The worst the worst hit I ever took was I was trying to learn how to drop in. Had you ever been to Ollie's? Oh my god, I used to practically fucking live there, and I was trying to learn how to drop in on their Mini, and I was holding my boyfriend at the time's hand, and he was not teaching me how to drop in correctly, and I leaned back, the board came out from under me, and I just smacked my head on flat, and it got to the point where a pro BMXer and our friend Susie, who now skates for DCE in California, Susie Heath, both of them were like, ooh. Did you ever get to meet Zach Newman?
I never met him, but I definitely know who he is.
White guy, long blonde dreads, fucking kills it on BMX. And they were both like, ooh, shit. And I was like, we're doing it again. And they were like, are you sure? You should probably sit down. And I was like, quickly before the concussion sets in. 3 months later, I had a brain aneurysm.
Jesus.
It was bad. And that's when I was like, okay, longboarding is for me. Fuck skating. Fuck skating. I am not built for skating. I'm good. I'm fine at just bombing hills and going for like a cruise or a coast or whatever, and I'm cool with that.
It is like dropping in for, I feel like for most skaters, or at least in my experience.
You have to put all of your weight forward.
Well, what I was gonna say is that like it's the scariest thing to learn, but once you get that, everything after that doesn't seem as scary. Like it
is definitely like it's a fucking bar that you or why to do bar.
A bar. It's a bar.
No, it's definitely like a test where like if you drop in and you make it and you don't give up, then yeah, you're probably gonna be skating for a long time.
And like
it's
after
it's a filter for who's gonna be a skater.
After you learn because we have the like a 2 or no, that's like a 3 foot maybe 4 foot. I don't know how tall that one is at the fly box basically.
3 foot.
Oh yeah,
it's 3 foot.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I learned on. That's what fucking Skate Mike learned on, like how to drop in and shit like that. And like I remember being terrified of that. But then once I got that, it was like going up to like the 5 and 6 footer. It was so easy.
Yeah,
like
it was always intimidating the first time, but you do it and you're like, oh, that was fucking easy. But when you're learning like on the little ramps, it's like.
It's so intimidating.
Fuck, but then yeah, you move up to the 5 and 6 foot, and maybe the first time you drop in on one of those, you're like, I've never done a 6 foot before. But then you put your board down and do it your first try, and it's like, okay.
How old were you
thing.
guys when you learned to drop in?
Well, I had.
This is a fun story for me.
Tell yours, because I got to think about it.
Because I was definitely an adult.
Yeah.
So, and that's why I want to teach Joanna how to do it
now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because when you're an adult, your inner balance wants you to lean backwards because you're going down a fucking like steep as shit, and your body wants you to go oh shit and like lean backwards, and you can't fucking do that. You have to put all of your weight forward.
Yeah, commit.
And no matter how many times I stomped that shit down, I still like scoop and ended up on my back.
I feel like that's still like the case even for little kids, because if you watch little kids, like when they're first learning to drop in, they always go backwards first.
Oh yeah.
Nobody goes forward like when they're first learning to drop in.
Oh yeah, everybody leans back too much.
Everybody always, like even little kids when they're first starting out, like JoJo, the first time she's starting out, she's gonna do the same shit. She's gonna lean back because you're not
She's
committing.
leaning back now.
You're not committing into it, and that's the difference. But yeah, like, and then like going to like skate naked and dropping in on their fucking 8 foot, like that is still terrifying to me. I don't like doing it, but like I know I can do it, and then like, but a vert, I would be absolutely fucking terrified to drop in on a vert.
14-foot vert at Ollie's, and then they had there was a half that had 2 feet of oververt too.
Yeah.
And it's so freaky to look at.
Oh, it's
you get up there and you're like, oh Jesus.
Yeah.
This bitch big.
On a skateboard, when you're like dropping in on oververt, there is like you're leaning past vert into it to commit to it, but there is just a moment where you are free fall.
Yeah.
And like you're like you can feel it. It's fucking terrifying every time I've ever done it. Those ramps are too big.
That 14 foot that was at Ollie's, I slid my daughter down that when she was 2 on her butt.
Yeah.
By herself. Not in my lap. Just by herself. My ex-boyfriend dropped her. I was down at the bottom waiting for her, and I went, yay! And she was terrified. She stood up, she went, ah! And then, like, turned to the top of the ramp and was like, ah! And I was like, Joanna. And she turned around and was like, ah! It's like, Joanna, I'm down here.
I was 7.
You were 7?
Yeah. And,
So JoJo's age.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect time for her to learn.
Yeah. We were out in California visiting my grandpa, and the X Games were on. And I was like, I want to do that.
Yes, sir.
And so the next day, he took me to the Birdhouse skate shop in California and bought me like a Tony Hawk Birdhouse board.
Nice.
It was the Baby Hawk.
Speaking of which,
Classic.
not to interrupt,
Yeah.
but did you see that the kid, when we went to Skate Naked, that the one kid had a birdhouse deck?
I think I said something about that.
Did you?
Yeah. 'cause
Was
it was
it
like my
Birdhouse
first deck
or was it
Birdhouse.
just
Yeah,
Tony
same.
Hawk?
Huh?
Was it a Birdhouse board or was it just Tony Hawk?
I think it
didn't
was a
see-
Tony Hawk. I don't think it
Yeah,
was Birdhouse.
because I didn't see
It's
the
just-
logo
I
for
think
Birdhouse.
I think it was just a Tony Hawk board,
Me
but
too.
still, I mean, Tony Hawk Birdhouse.
And it sounded and handled cheap.
Oh, it's a Walmart board
So I
for
didn't.
sure.
I don't think it was a Birdhouse
Everybody
board.
It
gotta
was
start
a-
somewhere.
Yeah. No.
Oh yeah, not dissing the kid. or
I have
anything.
my Walmart longboard in the garage.
Yeah.
The one with the really cool grip tape that's leaning up against the wall. Walmart.
You want to hear some crazy shit? So I talked to my stepsister. She's learned how to longboard,
Oh fuck
or
yeah!
how to carve at least. She said that she can do like snake runs and shit like that. And
Fuck yeah! Then we should do that while she's in
I
town.
I
We can go to the Scioto Mile.
you don't think I said that?
Rachel?
Oh yeah, I talked to my stepsister for the first time in years. But anyways,
Yeah.
you were 7.
Yeah. I was once.
I was once.
We all were.
A long time ago.
I don't remember it. But...
Anyway, yeah, so my grandpa took me to get my first skateboard and then took me to the DC skate park in California. I don't remember what fucking city it's in. And I've always been an anxious wreck my entire life. Even when I was 7, I was just like, I'm so scared of everything.
Ollie.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. I was like riding around on the sidewalk, but when it came to like, there was this little like waterfall, like into a small little snake run section. And then my grandpa was like, do that. That's like the smallest thing here. Fucking just ride down the ramp.
Fucking shredded.
Yeah. And I wouldn't. So he was like, give me that fucking skateboard. I'll do it myself. So I watched my grandfather roll into this fucking roll-in. And he leaned back too much.
And ate
he doesn't
shit.
know. He's a grandpa. So he got on the skateboard all fucking stiff-legged. And like, all right. And just fucking, he's rolling
It was
towards...
like cowabunga, bro.
Yeah, he went down the roll-in, leaned his body, but didn't, like, bend his knees at all. And as he's going, he just fucking, the roll-in hucked him, and then fucking backwards, and then flat onto his back. You know the classic, like, your legs get swept out from under you, and you're horizontal in the air for a second, and then you fucking...
Yeah.
Like,
Like-
the dude with the metal skates?
Yes, yes, exactly like
Yeah.
that.
Jesus.
So that happened to my grandpa. He got the fucking wind knocked out of him.
So fucking funny.
And it was all
Dude.
just him being like, don't be a bitch, you can do this, and then he eats shit.
And you were like, that's why I didn't do it.
I thought it was really funny. My mom was freaking out because, you know, it's her dad. He's old as shit. She was like, oh my God, Dad.
Oh my God, Dad.
But that actually gave me the confidence to try it. Because I was like, Grandpa just ate shit. That's pretty funny.
I can do that.
Because
Also-
I wasn't worried about not being able to do it. I was worried about being embarrassing. And my grandpa just did all the embarrassing shit for me.
Oh, and you were like, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I can do this.
Yeah.
Gotta
Make sure
go.
you turn the mic off.
You got pee?
I already did.
Okay, cool. He took his PPP, and now he's taking a DPP.
I remember just being so terrified to fucking drop in, dude. I did not want to do it.
Yeah.
But then it was literally the same day. I think it took me like a couple days. But the same day that I learned to drop in on that, and then was like, oh shit, I got this, moved up to the 5 and 6 foot, like that day.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, if I can do this, I can do these. And then I am still so terrified of flying over shit and like keeping the board underneath me, like the fly box and shit like
Yeah.
that. That is just so terrifying.
It's the same
to me.
thing as dropping in, though. Once you get over it being scary, it's the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
You're
man.
you get like how much you need to bring your knees up, how much the board will follow your legs.
Yeah.
And like it's more than you think. Like when you pop into the air like that, your board will like suck to your feet. It almost feels like for as much as you can crouch. there's ways to fuck it up for sure. I've definitely bailed over the fly box before, but yeah, it's super easy. If you're just doing a simple like up and over it, it's just intimidating, not hard.
I will continue to say it and probably until we die, but the craziest thing I've ever seen is you doing the fucking Christ air over the fly box. Like I can picture it in my head. Like I can rewind it in my head and just like watch it.
I owe that shit to the Westerville skate park.
Yeah.
It's one of the few like good parks in Ohio that has spot to like get a shitload of speed
and then air out.
Just straight at a vert ramp and air out of it and land on top of it with room to roll away.
Yeah.
Because a lot of parks that have like a nice vert ramp,
you got like 2 to 4 feet, and
it's just standing
grass.
room only.
Yeah.
Westerville has lots of really good vert ramps and lots of really good angles to get a lot of speed at them. So like that's where I learned to do air out tricks like that.
Hell yeah.
That's where I learned how to do like I don't even know what to call it, but it's like fly out, do a shove it, and as you're shoving, I'm doing a body varial, and as I'm doing the body varial, I catch it and seatbelt it. So it's like a shove it to seatbelt with a body varial.
Wait, what? Oh, wait.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
You've seen me do it.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I have no idea what the fuck to call that, but it's like a late. Yeah. It's like I'm doing a 180 with my body, a 360 with the board, but the 360's late with the board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit's fucking crazy too.
Yeah.
The memorable moments, Christ air, the fucking wall plant out of the bowl.
That one I watch and still don't believe that I did it. Like I rewatch that video sometimes and I'm like, God damn, that was so fucking scary. Landing back into that bowl
is insane.
From that high and then like
that far away too.
Fakey. The distance wasn't what bothered me. It was like this is already a tall ramp, because it's like it's bigger than the 6 at Westerville, so it's got to be at least like 8 to 10, somewhere in that range. Yeah. Fucking just landing back into it fakey over the coping that's the part with those fucking, because like back when I was first trying that, I was trying to 180 off the wall plant and go back in regular.
Yeah.
And that just wasn't working, so I eventually just had to suck it up and be like, all right, I'm landing backwards into this bowl.
I think the first time you like landed but then like fell to your back, and then you're like, oh yeah, I got this, and then got up and did it like the next try, or something like that, and it was like, what the fuck?
I've been trying that for years though, so that was just like
the
one where I was like, okay, I have the balls to do this tonight.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah, the Christ air and that, like, 2 definitely like memorable moments. Jacob, what got you like into scootering? Because like I know kind of like our story about like what got us into skateboarding and shit, and with me it was like hanging around with shitty people, but then they were like, oh, there's a skate park, and I was like, oh, I kind of like skate a little bit, let's go there. And then like I ended up meeting like Wes and Micah and Mike, Holden, like a bunch of awesome, Garrett, all these awesome people, and like that's what really got me into it, was like the hype of it too. God, I'll never forget.
That's where I met Angelica.
Yeah, Angelica.
Yeah.
I'll never forget the first time that I met Wes, because like I was with Micah and we were down at the park, and Wes comes in just, being his normal awkward self and like wasn't talking to anybody but was fucking shredding, and I was like, I have to know that guy. I like Micah can contest to this, dude, that like I said that I was like, I have to talk to him, like I need to know that guy. And then literally from that day, like we've been best friends ever since. Like, but what got you into like scootering? Because I feel like a lot of kids start out with scooters.
Yeah.
Very few actually like go with it. You know what I mean? Like to get to like, I would say even Jacob's level. Like, because I would say like if you wanted to go pro, you could go pro, for sure. Like 100%. No doubt in my mind that if you were like, let me make a tape and like do some crazy shit, you could.
First, I appreciate the compliment.
Yeah.
It tugs at my heart a little bit.
Oh no, you're nuts.
For me, it was I skated and biked beforehand. Like I started doing those 2 when I was probably 7 or 8.
You BMX?
Oh, yeah.
A little bit. I was never good at it. I would literally just like jump off the side of those 1080 ramps
Yeah.
The black plastic ones, the infamous ones.
I had the whole set where
The X
had,
Games?
like, the platforms on top, and you could, like, they were like
They're called 1080 ramps.
yeah, you could like snap them together and make your own little fucking fly boxes and shit. Yeah,
I had a friend that had those, and there was one time where we had a few friends, but one of our friends had it, and he was like in a cul-de-sac, and so like we could ride down the cul-de-sac and get some speed and fucking, so we would try and do like as far as you could go, and like I kind of knew my limit and was like, okay, like this is as far as I can go. I can't go any farther than that. But then there was one time that like I was coming up to it, and we had it like pretty close together. And so I wasn't going that fast, and my dude, like, one of my friends, like, came into the middle of it right before I got there, and then slid the ramp towards me, and so I didn't have enough speed to, like, make that gap, and just fucking, like, went right directly into the middle of the landing ramp, and then fucking flipped over my bike and everything. I was pissed as fuck. I got out, I was like, why the fuck would you do that? Fuck. Like, what the fuck was that? I did not have enough speed for that shit. Like, he was like, I thought you did. I was like, you obviously don't know.
Don't believe you've done this.
But I used to ride BMX when I was younger, and then had a fucking gnarly ass spill where we had built like a makeshift ramp at the top of a hill back in Park Place, where they were supposed to be building like apartments and stuff, and there was like a dirt bike track back there. And
they were supposed to be.
There's houses back there
were. We were just using it for our shit.
I mean, yeah, well, no, they were supposed to build apartments back there, and then something failed, and like, so there was like, some of it had kind of been like, there was the giant concrete like pipes, like you know how they have like a bunch of those, and then they dig holes and then like slide them together. Yeah. There was some of those that were there, like they had started to do stuff. Yeah. And, like, where we had built the ramp at was actually a mound of dirt from where they had dug out to kind of, like, you know, level out things and put it in a one pile.
Dug too deep and found the Ohio kaiju.
I mean, maybe. Who knows? But something, like, they stopped doing it. And so, like, Trey, I'm not going to say his last name, but there was a kid named Trey that lived, they rode dirt bikes, and, like, his family had kind of made, like, a path back there. But first jump of the day, my buddy was like, do you want me to film this? I was like, nah, it's the first jump. Let me just get a practice one in, then we can film it. Wish I would have had him film it. I went too fast, and so we made the jump at the top of the hill. And so, like, when you landed, you were going down the hill. I went to the bottom of the hill where it levels out like this, and immediately slipped out, slammed on my back, slid, like, 5 feet. There's if you, like, really look at it, there's a, like, perfect, like, indent in the top of my tongue where you can see that I bit a chunk off of my tongue. So my mouth was bleeding. I was wearing a white shirt. Wasn't wearing a white shirt when I got home because like I've
done that before. Bitten
blood
through your entire tongue, like felt your teeth clash through your tongue.
Oh yeah, no, I was like spitting up blood because I had taken a chunk off of my tongue. My back was fucking bleeding, and like I had to go home after that. And by the time that I gotten home, it had soaked from my back, like around brown to my front. So yeah, I mean it was just, oh yeah.
No.
And then I like went and laid on the couch and waited for my mom to wake up. She wakes up and I was like, I think we need to go to the hospital. And she's like, why? And I showed her my back. She's like, that's just road rash. They're not gonna do anything for you. You could see my spine. It like because of the way that I was like bent over like this.
Skinny as shit.
I was skinny as shit. I was bent over like this, and so when I landed, I was like that. And so if I stood up straight, you couldn't see my spine. But if I bent over a little bit, my spine aligned with where the holes were, and so you could like just see the tip of my spine. And my mom was like, "Oh, it's just road rash. They're not going to do anything for you." So they took a towel and put it at the bottom of my like waist, and then just poured alcohol from the top. And just let it go down to like disinfect it.
She poured vodka on my spine.
And that's when I was like, I'm done with BMXing, fuck this shit, and got into skateboarding a little bit more. I was like, oh, I'm closer to the ground. I kind of like this.
So, with Jacob,
you walking home.
Yeah.
with Jacob knowing Ollies well enough to know who the fuck I was talking to when I said Susie. I have 2 clips from each of like my favorite people from Ollie's. I have 2 clips of Susie, 2 clips of Zach, and 2 clips of Lance.
Donnerberg.
Yes.
Oh my god, dude fucking kills it.
He fucks, man. So Lance is the one that I told you could drink like an entire bottle of Jack Daniels and then would do the most absurd shit around Ollie's. Like, you'd just be sitting around talking and then you just see him like 15 feet in the air fly across the entire skate park. Like, he's fucking nuts. And he worked the front desk there every day. So he knew that skate park better than anybody. He opened it, he closed it every fucking night. And he's an insane person and also one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life.
You know what you're doing?
I do know what I'm doing. I'm used to my...
Yeah.
I love that you
used to mine.
definitely know what you're doing.
I know what I'm doing. Where's the mouse? But the first one up is Susie.
Steam Deck. The Steam Deck in front of you.
Which button?
The one that looks like the Discord.
Okay, Manson.
Just knock
Thanks,
everything over.
the party foul king. He's like, my mom's over here. I want my mom. The fuck?
No, the one that looks like Discord. Hit
Okay.
that, and it'll switch it to that, and then there
Cool.
you go.
So the first one up is Susie. Absolutely love Susie. She is in California. She got signed with DC. I believe, DC Shoes posted this one on TikTok. She's so... She's one of those people that's just like super casual about skating.
Oh, yeah.
Like, makes it look easier
That's
than
my favorite.
shit.
She does
All
come
the way
back to
the
Ohio
right, or
every
hit
now and
escape.
She is just... She's also one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life.
I'm just getting drunk.
And then this is posted by Bones.
It's usually the bearings that I roll with. And wheels.
I don't know what I have right now, to be honest with you.
And then I'm going to do Zach last because he's BMX. This is Lance. Lance is just...
he still is
Up.
absolutely insane.
Yep. Easy breezy beautiful. Just boop. Makes the gap.
That looks slippery.
Little tail slide.
Fucking half pipe at Langland.
Oh.
It looks slippery in that way. Like the diaper ramps.
Reynoldsburg?
Reynoldsburg, yeah.
Reynoldsburg.
Lancaster's very similar.
That was dope. He did a fucking front flip.
He is so insane.
That was fucking
They still got back up on the court.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm a just real quick, just for a hot sec.
Yo, that is some commitment, yo. Holy shit.
This one looks like learnable.
Yeah, no.
No, that's not that hard either. Just gotta get that motion. I could teach you to do pop shoves and snows.
That
And then you
pole,
just learn how to...
if you guys have never been to that skate park, that pole is so incredibly gnarly.
It looks like the Skatopia. What is that? What the fuck is that called?
I don't remember.
It's the Daylon song trick. That's all I know it as.
Yeah, but there's
That
a
is
name
who
for
popularized it.
There's a fucking name for it though, and I can't remember what it's called. Shit.
It's not a hopscotch.
No.
It's not the one footy thingy.
I just
That's
thought of
my
another
other-
one.
Well, while you're doing that, let's continue.
Okay.
I already asked him a question.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we let him finish answering the
Yeah,
question?
yeah.
of
So
how
what
he
got you
into
into scootering? And
So I left off at
you
I
did.
started skating and biking. I had
Hi, Dad.
What's up, bitch? Dad, Jacob, that's my dad.
nice to meet
That's
you.
my dad.
Like the hoodie.
We started at
9
9
We
now.
start at 9 now.
Yeah,
That way
because
they can get
remember
out at
I told you were talking about how like you guys go to bed at 11 and then we're up till 12 and you guys hear us like laughing and shit down here.
It was mostly because I know Abby gets worried about Trey if he stays over here until like 2 o'clock in the morning. So we started at 9 so that he can leave at 11.
And then also you guys usually go to bed at 11, so then we're not like down here bothering you guys or anything. So
Not unless you're banshee scream laughing.
yeah, which sometimes happens. So now
Once per episode.
yeah,
At least.
but you know, anyways, yeah. Anyways, continue. Sorry.
You're good. Yeah, so I started skating and biking when I was younger, and I would always go on like YouTube and just binge watch like specific tricks and whatnot, and like, oh, has this trick been done before? Has this trick been done before? Because I was always like into like the X Games and whatever, and like, I wonder if anybody's ever done like a backflip cliffhanger or whatever on BMX bike. And like, I stumbled upon a scooter video. I know the exact video that I found that to this day that got me into scootering, or the first one I ever saw is a demo at the Planet X Games in 2007. There was a scooter demo at the one in Australia, and I was like, what is this? And I somehow never seen them before, and it was the craziest thing ever. They were just riding this little like mini ramp with the smallest little fly box on it, riding like razor scooters because that's all they had at the time, and doing like bride flips, flares, front flips over the fly box, and I was like, how are they doing this? Because like, I'd only been used to seeing like BMX riders go like 10 feet out of like vert ramps and stuff doing like double whip airs, and I'm like, they're doing this on like this small of like a ramp and whatever. I'm like, this seems really, really interesting. And I was like, I'm just gonna keep watching this, and just binge watch probably for like 2 or 3 hours straight. 2 weeks later, I like finally like convinced my mom to like buy me one, and 16 years later, I'm
fucking shredding.
Damn.
That's how it goes. I love that kind of story.
Fucking shredding it.
No, that is not lightly at all. No, dude, you're fucking A1 sauce. You're really good.
No, in the pantheon of scooters that I have in my head, it's you and then Dylan, who used to fucking ride Westy all the time.
Dylan Casson.
Yeah, he was such a nice guy.
I just know so many fucking people.
I know.
He's
He's
talking
like,
about
and my
people
buddy
from
Lance, and he
Ollie's?
went, Donnerberg? Yes.
Okay, well, Dylan, when you talk about scooter people in Ohio, Dylan's one of those people that just everybody knows about. Cause
Yeah.
I'm also like an encyclopedia when it comes to like just random shit like that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's awesome though.
But Dylan Casson is like, yeah, when you, during that time, like when you thought of scooter people and like in Ohio, he was the guy.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like you and him are the two that are in my mind when I think of like scooters that have been around.
Hell yeah.
And that are fucking rippers. Because most of the time when you see a scooter kid, it's a scooter kid. But when you see somebody who fucking scoots, it blows your mind as a skater.
I should preface and say that you are the scooter kid.
But
we know plenty of scooter kids, but you are
guys.
the scooter.
The scooter man.
The scooter man.
Well, hold on. There is like a difference between how I would say that and what we like. We're skaters, so when you're at the skate park and you're like fucking scooter kids.
Yeah.
show up,
Oh yeah.
There's a difference between that and scooter kid.
Dude, we do that.
Yeah.
Like we'll literally like see like younger kids who literally have like no direction or whatever, and like even their parents like don't do anything. They're like, fucking scooter kids.
There was that lady when we were there the last time that was standing in the middle of the skate park, and I was like,
Please get the fuck
oh, please fucking move.
Can you please have some
And
park
I
etiquette,
looked at
you
Joanna
bitch?
and I went, don't be that lady. Don't do that.
I mean, yeah.
I explained to her, I was like, because she was nervous about going like towards the ramp. And I was like, that's moving with the skate park. You are a part of the skate park when you're going this way. But if you're going this way, you're in the way. Like, you're going across the skate park, you're not in the skate park. So you got to be careful going this way. You don't got to be scared going this way. People can see you. And she was videotaping one of her kids, and he was like, well, she's videotaping one of her kids. And I was like, she can stand off to the fucking side. Like, you don't have to be in the middle of a goddamn rip that people are obviously trying to use.
Right.
Like, you were all standing there just waiting for her to fuck off. And I was like, can you imagine being that oblivious
Well, people that
of
don't
the world?
people that don't know the I guess park etiquette, you know, like there are people that they have no idea.
That's like standing in the
about
middle of
that.
traffic
I mean,
and just
people
being
would-
like, well, go around me.
but that's something that they grow up with. You know, you learn about traffic and everything else at the skate park. You don't necessarily. Now we can relate that to the same thing, but people don't normally
Look
relate
around.
that to it.
Look around at
either.
what literally everybody else is doing.
Parents at Westy who would show up and sit on the hubbas. and be like, hey, get off the fucking ledges. I'm trying to hit them.
Yeah, please don't do that.
Yeah.
Please don't do that. But again,
Get off my hubba.
some people just like they just don't have that in their repertoire.
Repertoire?
But you can look around. Like, if you go somewhere that you've never been before, you take a second, you scope out the environment.
Not everybody does that.
Like, that's basic survival. Like,
No, not everybody
what
does
the fuck? My nerves. I'm all for supporting your kid. I was there to support you and my kid.
Yeah.
But, like, get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah, and then
Oh my god.
teaching JoJo that if you are going to go across, like, you have to pay attention to what's going on. Watch what people are doing, because if you watch enough, you see that there's, like, and it's an unspoken rule between, like, you know, park goers that, like, we give everybody their own opportunity to go. And, like, sometimes you'll be up there and you're like, I need a second. And, you know, other people will be like, it's your turn. And they're kind of like, and then you're like, nah, go ahead. Like, nah, it's you. Like, I need a second. Like, so we communicate, which is weird, and it's also, like, a lot of fun to think about that, like, we can communicate that way.
It's a part of showing support as well to other people.
Giving them their time to go in the park. But other people don't know that. They don't even think about it. They're only there for themselves. They don't know kind of our quote-unquote park etiquette, you know. Yeah. And, like, street skating is a little bit different, even though in the sense of, like, giving everybody a turn, that's still a thing. But, like, street skating is just fucking street skating. You want to fucking hit something, you fucking go and do it. Like, I'm not waiting for you. I want to land this trick right now. I'm gonna go and do it. And, I mean...
Okay, so remember how I told you, like, there are some people that'll just straight up run your kid over?
Oh, yeah.
To make a point? There have been several skate parks that I've been to that are like that.
We don't do that.
No.
We don't do
No.
I've definitely seen that happen and talk to people.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna go run that kid over.
I'm gonna run that fucking kid over.
point.
If they get in my way again, I'm not gonna stop.
Yeah.
And there have been so many parks that I've been to where that was a thing. So I had to tell Joanna, like, not everybody's gonna be nice to you or nice enough to stop. And sometimes you don't give enough time for people to react and stop. So one of these times you're gonna get fucking tackled, dude, and I'm not gonna feel bad. I am a little bit, but like I'm not gonna be like, oh, my baby, how dare you? Fuck you, guy. I'm gonna be like, well, you got in the fucking way. Are you good? Anything broken?
But here's the thing: is that we're gonna be able to see it and know if it was intentional.
Oh yeah.
Or whether it was like she went at the wrong time.
If I see somebody squaring up with my kid, it's game over.
Oh yeah,
but, like
100%. But like we're gonna be able to tell the difference between
if she got in Jacob's way while he's fucking flying down a ramp, I'd be like, you fucking deserve that.
Yeah,
dude.
that's your
I don't know what to fucking
Oh yeah,
tell
100%.
you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We would be able to tell the difference between somebody like they intentionally went knowing that she was there to run her over to make a point, and then it'd be like,
yeah,
you don't need to do that because what we've done is gone and talked to the parents.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, like I said, parents don't know. They don't know a park etiquette. They just know that we have a skate park in Pickerington.
Go have fun, sweetie.
Exactly.
I've also met ignorant ass fucking parents that are like, my kid, that deserves to, and it's like your kid is trying to take up the entire fucking bowl for 3 hours straight. Your kid needs to learn to take fucking turns, and apparently so do you.
Because that's how we do it.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we've had like parents be there that like their kids will kind of get in the way, and they have gone.
My
and been
sweet
like,
baby angel deserves to be here too.
No.
You're right, they do.
No.
But they also need to take fucking turns.
No, not that. No, we've had parents that have come and been like, "Hey, you're getting in their way. Stop doing that."
Oh my God.
Gotten on their ass and been like, "You need to stop." Like, you need to pay attention.
Oh, like the skaters? Like
No.
you're getting in the skaters' way?
Are you not
or they're
listening to
saying
me? The parents have gone to the kid that got in our way and was like, "You need to pay attention to what's going on because you're getting in our way."
Okay.
Like,
I thought you meant a parent approached you and
No.
was like, you're getting in my kid's way.
no, I said that they've gone to the kid and been like, "You need to like watch."
I'll smack a parent.
You need to watch what you're doing. Like, we've had that before, but then we've also had moments.
Really bad interviewers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, hold on.
Hold on. So no. Let me ask the fucking question.
Okay.
Because we're still on question 1. And I was just sitting there for like the last 5 or so minutes going, all right, when are we going to get back to letting Jacob answer this fucking question that's been going on for 20 minutes now?
Sorry, this is usually just a
the question
hangout.
He answered it. Because he
Hold
said
on.
then 16 years later, here I am.
Hold on. Part 2 to the first question. From watching the X Games, that demo, and getting obsessed with it, when's your first scooter purchase? When do you go out and begin scootering?
That was summer of 2008.
Okay.
Was like the official start. So as of this summer, it'll be 16 years, but I just count the beginning of the year.
Was
Okay.
a Razor
Right.
was a Razor the first one that you got? When was your
Yeah.
first like professional like scooter buy?
First, like fully professional one was probably wasn't until 2012. Was like fully professional,
Yeah.
and it, like I didn't even know about like aftermarket parts probably until like a year and a half, almost 2 full years until after I started. Like I would literally just like try to find like I would literally put like rollerblade wheels on my scooter like once the ones I had wore out because I was just like I didn't know like you can buy or like replacement like even just like the Razor brand wheels, and so I would just buy like rollerblade like hockey wheels at like Dick's when it used to be open. Dick's.
Dick's is still around.
Oh, no, it's not about the one on Bryce Road.
Oh, okay,
That one.
okay.
The
And,
specific one. Isn't it?
Yeah.
We're that one specific day.
Yeah, I was like, Dick's
Yeah.
is still around. What do you mean?
The OG one.
Yeah, okay,
in my
okay.
eyes.
I got
The
that.
OG dick.
The OG Dick.
Oh, that's part of that show is to damn it, we're terrible at this. I was gonna derail. I was gonna derail.
I was gonna do it.
There's a character on the show I was telling you about that's like the original Dick.
Oh.
Anyway.
We digress.
Like I said, this is usually just a hangout thing. So.
Terrible interviewers.
But yeah, and then like once I found out like there was different scooter companies, I was like mind blown, and I was just like, this is actually insane, and it was like game changing for me.
What's your go-to?
Right now, it just there's like a bunch of different companies I prefer for like
Different
Yeah.
parts.
yeah like
What size deck do you ride?
currently it's a 6'2" by 23.
Okay.
Which is like, I mean, compared to what we had is like massive.
Oh, compared to like a Razor scooter?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Those things are
It's like skating
4 inches
Razor.
by like 18 and a half or 19 long.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous. But like
And you said yours is a 6?
6.2 by 23 long.
Okay, yeah.
But they're making decks right now 7 wide by 24 long, which is literally like a small skateboard.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Oh,
That's a
yeah.
boat
Yeah.
in scooter terms.
Yeah.
7 inches.
There's a company in
Holy fuck.
Russia that's prototyping a
fuck?
7.1
yeah.
by 26 long
Jeez.
right now, which is, and they had a skateboard next to it, and it was literally like an inch shorter.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Like,
I mean, I ride my first deck was a 775. So you're like, you guys are like
Right
only
there.
a couple inches
Yeah.
Yeah.
behind an actual like size of a fucking skateboard. At that point, just get a skateboard that's got one of those little handles.
that's like that's the
Sucks
debate
so
right
bad.
now.
I
Is
think
like,
do.
the debate right now is like how big scooters are getting. People are just like, just get a fucking skateboard.
It's
just
a
like-
different thing though.
That's
It-
exactly
yeah.
the point. It's like,
Yeah.
but it's a hybrid between all of this different stuff, and that's what makes it so fun.
I'm pretty sure in the like how skateboarding came to be documentary from the Bones Brigade was they pretty much used to be scooters. They were just a piece of plywood with 4 wheels and then like a handlebar, and then eventually they snapped it off and were like, let's see what we can do with just this piece of fucking plywood and wheels.
They were trying to emulate surfing.
Yeah.
And so there was a couple prototypes early on that had the handlebar.
Yep.
But yeah, it definitely did evolve into let's just emulate surfing, but on the sidewalk.
Yeah, no, that how the birth of skateboarding, that whole documentary of like Bones Brigade and everything like that is actually really fascinating, and I watched the entire thing, and
Yeah.
that's where I got my love for Rodney fucking Mullen.
Mm-hmm.
Rodney Mullen.
He's autism king.
It's funny, he is. He
Yeah.
really is.
He's the
And, like,
autism skateboarding king.
he quit professional skateboarding and now lives in the middle of fucking nowhere as like a like an antisocial hippie, and I
Yeah.
love him so much.
He's the best.
And like
I bet he still skates all the
it's
time.
funny how when we first start out, we have this very like limited little block of knowledge, because I used to think that Tony Hawk was like the only professional skateboarder.
Yeah.
Back when I was a kid, that was it, because that was the only one we ever heard about. And then you get into skating and you're like, oh, oh, they're doing this as like a sport, like, and that's when you learn about X Games, and then they just began doing skateboarding in the Olympics like a few years ago.
If you ask skaters their favorite skater, it's all names that like an outsider hasn't heard of.
No.
So we all have our like very specific favorite
Chris
skater.
Jocelyn.
Mike V.
Mike
yes,
V.
like there's people who like inspire like your style as a skater, and that goes for every little niche. I don't
think anybody. I mean, Rodney Mullen, and then probably Jaws. Just because Jaws is insane.
I mean, Jaws is just your wow factor, though.
Holy shit!
Rodney Mullen is your flat ground wow factor, and technical, and then you got flat ground. You got Rodney Mullen, and then not vert, but like I would say like ramps or anything. You got Day One Song.
Yep.
Is up like you've got Rodney Mullen, Day One Song, and then
I would argue, man, I don't know. Because they did Cheese and Crackers together.
Oh,
so, like, I would say Haslam is almost like the
Chris
better,
Haslam,
is the better like technical ramp skater.
I mean,
Day One's just like he's an artist. Chris Haslam's like the better technical skater.
I would. What have we seen anything new from Chris Haslam?
He's done some fucking.
Has he?
Yeah.
Some recent stuff?
I don't know about how recent.
Because Day One is still like posting Instagram shit. Like he's
Is
still.
that the battle though?
No, that's not the battle. But
we're pitting age against age here.
It's not age against age, but I'm just saying that like as far as like I've seen way more shit from Day One Song than I have from Chris Haslam.
If we're going mainstream, sure.
Okay, all right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like you got Rodney Mullen, Day One Song, you
can't have technical flat ground skateboarding without Rodney Mullen.
Well,
He invented everything
kickflip
from the ground up. He invented the fucking ollie.
Kickflip, ollie. I want a tray flip.
I mean, a lot of tricks.
Yeah.
Heard an angry cat noise.
But then
I gotta pee.
You got fucking.
Sounds like ghosts in the house.
Aaron Jaws Homogi, who you get your like stair sets, your drops and shit from. And then I would say like Bob Burnquist for your.
Oh my god, I love Bob Burnquist.
Your Big Air.
Bob Burnquist.
Big Air and vert Bob Burnquist. 100%.
Oh my god, he drops in on his mega ramp from a fucking helicopter.
Yeah. No, that I would say like you got those 4 levels from like ground to Big Air. Those are the 4 that like you have to know.
Yes.
Like those are like if you want to do any of those, watch these people because these are the people that like
perfected it.
I mean, like Cheese and Crackers is what got me into Day One Song, and like Chris Haslam is also fucking amazing. So like he would be another one to go into.
Have you seen the movie The Search for It's with the Bones Brigade. Animal Chin. Thank you.
No.
There's a scene, the only scene that Rodney Mullen is in, and they don't show his face, is him just dancing with a board. Like, have you ever seen him do that?
Well, because you got to remember, he started out with freestyle skateboarding.
He was the one that was like, I can do some weird shit with this. Watch.
Back then, with the freestyle skateboarding and like what they were doing was like, when he like got into it, and then he was like, well, I can do like more shit. And then, you know, what was freestyle skateboarding back then was a lot different, you know, from what it is now. Like, they would just be, like, carving around, you know, and, like, sliding and stuff like that. It wasn't until, you know, Mullen that was like, I can flip this shit. I can put it up on its side and then flip it and, like, do all this other shit and then, you know.
I can spin around on it.
I can pogo on this shit. Like, he definitely, you know, but he started out with that freestyle of just, like, carving around and then, like, we kind of say, like, the autistic, you know, thing, like, really got into it. And, like, his TED Talk is also something to really go back and watch, too. If
He's
nobody's
a
seen
brilliant
that.
mind.
Yeah.
I love the way he thinks about things and is able to put it into words.
You can see it in his skateboarding, especially watching, like, his early stuff and then the progression of his videos, like, from when he, like, his very early stuff to, like, the freestyle skateboarding. And Mike V is also another huge person, too. If you watch, like, his early stuff to, like, you know, moving forward, you can see him just being so fucking creative with his, like, skateboarding. And I'm sorry that we're kind of, like, which you know what we're talking about, but what would be, like, a scooter,
Icon.
What's the PC
Icon
for this? Scooter guy for you, I guess, or a scooter person.
Like scooter.
Scooter idol.
Scooter person.
Scooter icon's a good word for
Yeah.
it. The one, I mean, easily off the top of my head, and I love him, is Ryan Williams. He rides bikes too, and he's absolutely unbelievable because he can literally do like scooter tricks on a bike, and it's like they're literally like full-on video game tricks, and it's like how good he is at doing that kind of stuff. He's on like that like big air level though.
Yeah.
But
What's
he
the
can
one
do, like,
dude from Nitro Circus?
Ryan Williams.
That's him?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I watched the fucking, like,
Thank you. Didn't know who you were talking about. R. Willie. Yes. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Holy
If you
fuck.
would have said R. Willie, I would have known who you were
I would have
talking
known
about.
immediately
Fuck.
who you were talking about.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, no, I've seen like the shit that he does on everything, from a skateboard to a scooter to a bike. Like, he can do it all. The dude's fucking insane.
He's literally talented. It's everything.
Everything.
He literally like makes it. It's almost like he makes a point to like do something ridiculous on like everything that he touches, which is like, and he just does it for fun and like just because he has so much love for it.
That's what I really like about the guys. Every time I hear him talk, he just sounds passionate and happy and like excited about like other people being passionate and happy and doing what they're doing. Like,
And he's like,
And you love that shit.
he's super like positive and motivational too, which is why another reason why I love him so much. He's like even there's like times he'll be like, even though like you might be having like a bad day or whatever, like it might like just keep trying or whatever. It's like, stop it. I know.
Yeah, that's Rodney Mullen too.
and then he does a backflip on a trike.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's nothing.
Help me out. Who was the guy that dropped like 24 feet to flat at X Games off of the Mega?
Jake Brown.
Jake Brown. Yeah.
I watched that live.
I
And
did too.
My
I did too.
stomach dropped.
Yeah.
That was my dad.
Unscathed. He had a little bit of internal bleeding, like a couple
He
sprains.
broke a couple ribs.
Yeah, he did.
But,
Yeah,
like-
not unscathed. He definitely had some shit going on. Not
He
unscathed.
looked like he severed his fucking spine, though.
Oh, his shoes fucking went 20 feet in the air.
That was 2007 when that happened. I was landed the first ever 720 over a gap.
Oh yeah.
Of course, I was like, being the kid who was like into that stuff. I was like, he just did it. He just did it. And I was just like sitting
Oh,
there
he's dead.
starstruck. And just
Stood up.
that's what I did. I
You were like, oh shit!
did it, and I just see him like
You were like,
flailing
he
in
did
the air.
it.
I'm like,
fucking
what's
go,
going
go,
on?
go. And then you're like, he is 5 feet from the coping. What the fuck? And then you're like, oh, he's dead. Oh, he's totally fucking dead.
Tony Hawk is like one of the announcers on that. He's like, that's the hardest slam I've ever
He
seen
got up
in
and walked
skateboarding."
away.
Yeah.
Now, hold on. He did have a little bit of help,
He had
but
some help.
he did like, but to get up
But he
from that
walked
and
off.
walk away is fucking.
He went
Yeah.
straight.
Contrast between the cheers when he lands that 720.
It's-
He went straight to
So
the
when-
balls of his heels.
That's why his
down
shoes fucking
back,
fell off.
And
But that
oh,
also, to be honest with you, that's what saved his life.
The only
Oh,
thing
yeah.
that saved his life was turning. Right
Turning.
Before he fell.
Yep.
Yeah. But the contrast of the child like losing their shit when he lands at 720, but then he gets the speed wobbles on the way up and it's just like so high up and just flailing.
And then he goes
lands.
whoop away from the coping, and you're like, no.
Fucking the
No.
silence of
For-
the crowd.
For context, Jake Brown, amazing skateboarder. He gets speed wobbles at the bottom of the ramp and pushes away, not intentional, and falls 50 feet flat.
Yep. To
That's the thing that people don't realize, that
ramp.
fucking big air ramp is what, is that 20 or 30?
Quarter itself is 27 feet.
27. Okay, yeah, I knew it was somewhere in between there. So 27 feet to the coping, and then he went above the coping, 5 feet backwards, and then went to flat. So 30 feet, landed feet first, like with his heels, and then to his back. And again, that's what saved his life. If he would have landed if he would have landed straight onto his back, he would have died. No, I think personally, like if he
Yeah,
would have
no,
gone
kinda-
straight to his back,
He did like a spring thing. Like
yeah,
the heels took part of the impact and then
the rest of the
turned
body,
that way.
yeah.
Oh,
It kind of
no.
just fucking waved through his body.
Yeah.
You see it too, all the way down to his feet where he's
You think about it, and you're like,
Yeah.
could you imagine how his body sounded?
oh the thud, the sound it made on live TV. My dad and I both went from standing up to like
It sounded like a.
Sitting down and just like.
It sounded like a mini bomb went off.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was,
we thought we just watched somebody die on national TV. It was insane.
So did we all watch this live?
Well, we've talked about this before. I've told this story before.
Well, I mean, yeah, but we got Jacob here now too. And
Yeah.
I watched so many X Games moments live. The very next year, Danny Way, the other,
Danny Way.
Oh yeah.
he tries to
where he smacks his legs.
He hangs up on the coping from like almost 20 feet up, and like front flips almost to flat afterwards.
Yep.
The very next year after that Jake Brown fall.
Yep. Oh, I
And
love
he gets
Danny
back
Way.
up and he lands.
He goes back up.
He did it again.
He goes back up and fucking does it.
Every story about Danny Way is like.
I love
the
Danny
ones that
Way.
people know are the ones where like he breaks something and then gets back up and does it anyway. Because the Great Wall of China one,
He broke his ankle.
broke his fucking ankle.
Broke his fucking ankle and then
next
jumped
day.
it again.
Yeah.
The next day he was like, "Fuck that, I'm doing it. I don't give a fuck about my
He
ankle
said, "I'm
right
all
now."
the way in fucking China."
Yeah, no, fuck this. I'm doing it. So, okay, Danny Way is another huge one too that we gotta talk about.
Him and Bob honestly are like tied. I want to say Bob Burnquist has the edge though, and like just the bigger.
Yeah.
Yep.
But Danny Way
Because
definitely like.
He obviously invented it, but the fact that Bob can do everything regular and switch
Yep.
on that.
Yeah.
That's
But
a
that's
cool
from
guy, too.
from him like just like from the get go. Bob was like, "This is my niche. This is what I'm fucking doing."
This is what I'm gonna do.
He was like, "I'm building one on my fucking property that I can skate every single fucking day." Fuck yeah.
And he adds to it like every year.
Oh yeah.
He's got all kinds of weird nickety knacks
The
attached to that now.
The side one so that he can fucking air out and then into
the mega.
Yeah.
Did the Braille crew go to it?
No, I haven't.
I mean, it was a while ago now, but like the Braille crew goes and like tries to learn how to ride big air.
And no.
I mean, there's a couple of them that
I
go
just
for
wanna
it.
slide
I mean,
down it on
JD
my
goes
butt.
for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet.
I keep saying if we ever go to Woodward, I just want to slide down it on my butt. Like, I can't skate for shit. I just want to whoop right down it. Have you seen the people that sit on boogie boards down the mega at Woodward?
Yeah.
I also want to do that.
Did
Go
you
on a
see-
day that it's raining and just sit on a boogie board and fucking go.
Speaking of raining on a mega ramp, did you see the clip of Bob Burnquist put trucks and wheels on a surfboard when it was pouring rain on his mega ramp and he rolled in?
That sounds
Did he
like
actually
something
go
Bob would
across?
do.
He dropped in, like rolled in, not even just dropped in the pouring rain on his mega quarter.
That's
Craziest.
Sounds like some dumb shit Bob Burnquist would do, though.
So, if we're talking about, like, you know, idols and shit like that, I mean, going even farther into it, like, people that have also, you know, definitely pushed different levels. Travis Pastrana,
Love Travis Pastrana.
Ken Block,
R.I.P.
R.I.P. And
R.I.P.
we
Thick
just
Neck
had
Ken.
we just had 4-3 also. So
Matt Hoffman,
Matt Hoffman,
Dave
For-
Mira, also.
Dave Murrah, BMX, both of them. Yep. Ken Block ran or walked, so Travis Pastrana could run when it comes to
Didn't
like.
him and Travis create DC? Him, Travis, and
No. Rob Deerdeck and
Travis.
Ken Block.
And Ken Block. Okay,
Yeah.
so Travis
Rob
wasn't a part
Deerdeck
of
and
it
Ken
until
Block.
way fucking
Rob
later.
Deerdeck and Ken Block were like the
Yeah.
fucking forerunners of DC.
Yeah,
Which they both like kind of stepped down like later on.
they did.
But they were like definitely.
I remember watching that kind of fizzle out with Rob Deerdeck. Because I
Yeah.
used to watch Fantasy Factory all the
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
time.
we all did.
And then
Yeah.
Big Black died, and I feel like we all were like,
Well, we
oh.
watched Robin Big first.
I got to hug
We
him.
watched Robin Big
I
first.
didn't watch Robin Big first.
Okay, see
I got
that's
into
Wait,
Fantasy
we
Factory.
watched Robin Big first and then went into Fantasy Factory.
What did you just say?
I got to hug Big Black.
No, you didn't.
We talked
Oh.
about this when they opened up Kettering. That's Rob Deerdeck's hometown.
That is, you're right. Yeah,
Kettering,
yeah, yeah.
Ohio. I was there for the opening of that park. It rained and everybody got squeegees, and we fucking squeegeed the park for hours so that we could just hold the opening of the fucking park.
That's
Rob and Big were there,
awesome.
obviously, and I mean, I was there with my dad. I was there with the Westy crew. That was back when Resident was first getting started.
Yeah.
Oh my! I know all those guys. So like we were just there for the opening of Kettering. And Big
Once
Black.
Rob stopped skating, I kind of lost interest.
Yeah.
But I did love Big.
He's good for the community.
He is.
But
I
Big
can
just like
respect
came
that.
up to me because I was like helping Squeegee, and we had leaf blowers and we're like blowing dry the park. He came up to me and was like, "Thanks for helping out, buddy." Give me a hug.
Dude,
That was probably the comfiest
I would have
hug.
cried. I would have fucking cried.
He was called Big Black for a reason.
Yeah,
that was
amazing.
probably like being hugged by a pillow.
Yeah, and I was like 15. I was fucking rail fan at the time.
Yep.
So it was before I got like, from like 16 to 19, I got kind of pudgy.
Mm-hmm.
So I got sucked into Big Black. It was awesome.
He
Dude,
was memory foam before memory foam was memory foam.
I mean, Rob never stopped skating. Like, even now, like, he still skates, but he has definitely become, like, more of a businessman, too.
Yeah,
Like, because he's, like, that's what...
He's not known for being a pro skater anymore. He's known for ridiculousness. He's known for...
He's known for being a pro skater that got him to where he's at now, but he's also a fucking businessman, and that's what, like, where I feel like he was a pro skater, but really what he was a businessman. And he used what he, like, where he got to become that businessman.
What I mean
because
is,
when
I don't think he's known for being a pro skater anymore.
to dumbasses or people that... Oh, hold on.
Not dumb, man.
To where he
people
is
that don't know
currently.
the people that are outside of the skateboard community, yes, he's known as like ridiculousness and shit like that. But to
Like, if
any
somebody
of
were
us,
to learn about Rob Deerdeck right now, they would know him from MTV.
I bet you Rob Deerdeck could beat me in a game of skate.
Oh, probably.
He would, unless, nope. He would get me to E before I would never get him a letter. there wouldn't be I wouldn't get him a letter at all. It would be straight SKATE.
I
Right
was
now.
really excited when I found out
Hey,
that he
Rob.
was going to be a dad.
Play me the game of skate.
Hey, Rob, don't waste your time.
I mean, yeah, fair enough.
He's got bigger shit going on.
Oh yeah, 100%. But wouldn't it be fun though?
It would be fun.
This is the J. Cole and Kendrick beef.
Oh my god, don't even get me started on that shit, dude.
Fucking, okay, so, when it comes to, like, people that I immediately think of when I think of skateboarders, I don't automatically go to pros. Like, it would be a fucking cop-out if I was like, oh yeah, Riley Hawk is one of, like, my favorite skateboarders that I've ever met. Of course he is. He's fucking Riley Hawk. Also, super nice guy. But, like, and that's why I started showing you guys these videos, because this is, like, my personal Hall of Fame. Like, people I have met where I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, well, I mean, Gage is who I immediately think of when it's like Gage Smith. You guys know Plead the Smith. If you don't, then it's your problem, not mine.
See, when you said Gage, I thought you meant Half-Baked Gage, and he's a really good skater,
Also
too.
a great skater.
He is a fucking no.
I'm thinking of
He's a
Gage
good
Smith.
fucking skater.
What?
Hold on.
If you were to ask me who's like your all time like favorite skaters though, like, and to give you a list, Kobe, who I heard started skating again.
Why is
Thank
this
fucking
not-
God.
Why is this?
I've already seen it.
Why is this what I see when I open it?
I know. I've already
Why is
seen
that
it.
the first
I've already
thing
seen
I
it.
see when
I've
I
already
open
seen it.
Instagram?
What is it? Oh, well.
Y'all don't want to see it.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it.
Kobe?
It'll get us banned.
Kobe, Micah, you are like my top 3. Kobe was so fucking good. I heard he started skating again, and like I just wish nothing but the best for that guy. He went through a really rough patch in his life and had to basically, like, from what I know, kind of like restart his life, like, and
Lance.
from some shit that happened, and like mentally, and had to restart and everything. But like the dude, like 360 shoves when he did it, like if you just imagine that he's doing a 360 shove and back foot, front foot, and then, you know, he spins it, the board is in the middle of his like front foot the whole time. It does a 360 shove, but his front foot never leaves the middle of the board.
Is he one of those guys that you feel like he just shrugs every time he does a fucking trick? He's just like, huh.
No.
Like,
No,
huh,
but I
that
mean,
was easy.
like he could do anything he wanted to. Kobe was so fucking good. Like, it was just like mind-blowing to watch him skate. And it like, you want to talk about people being comfortable on a board, like Wes, that just looks so comfortable, like, skating. You know, like, he was that person that, like, no matter what he was doing, he just looked, even if it was something that was hard for him to do, he still looked so comfortable and relaxed doing it. And, like, Wes, you're another one of those people that, like, even if it's hard for you, you still look so comfortable on the board and, like, flying around and doing everything. Like, you might be trying to do something hard, but you still just look so relaxed and kind of, like, until, like...
Because I'm having fun.
Yeah, and yes.
I have another guy to show you. His name's Eli.
Yeah.
He's like that. I saw him do a Christ Air 3, maybe 2.5 feet off the top of the coping of the ramp at Ollie's, the vert ramp. Do a full Christ Air, and then throw the board back under his feet. Throw it.
That's how you gotta do it.
And skate it out. And we were all sitting there like, what? You would think that a fucking string was attached to it. Yeah. Like a goddamn yo-yo, and he just whoosh.
That's sometimes how I feel about him.
That's how you gotta do Christ Air.
Oh my god. He just chucked it back on a 14-foot vert, also 2 feet above that.
My favorite
like,
thing about, I've told you this about Westerville.
And none of us recorded it.
You could fly out of the ramps and have space to land, so you could basically do whatever air out trick you wanted and learn. So as a joke, somebody at Westerville was like, you should learn how to do sack naps. Which is where...
Oh, the fucking, like, you throw it in between you?
Yes!
Dude, no shit.
You spread your legs, the board comes up, you fucking hold it there up in your balls.
And then you throw it back down?
Toss it onto your feet. And, yeah, learning that toss and getting it just whoosh, is one of the most satisfying things in the world. That's my favorite way to Christ Air. Is you just
throw it back.
Could not.
That's exactly what you did.
I could not fucking believe what I saw, and not a single one of us had our phones out. Like, we were so pissed. Yeah. Because when it comes to Eli, he could just do a run, like a normal, like, pop, shove it, half and half, whatever, fucking not really a big deal. But then out of nowhere, he just like,
That's what he did, though. Like, it wasn't like he did a Christ Air and then, like, set it down or, like, went like this and then, like, went back over. It was like, boom! And, like, it was just, I'm throwing this underneath my feet. It's going back where I want it to go. And I was just sitting there like,
And you showboaty pieces of shit never are like, take your phones out, I'm going to do some cool shit. They just surprise you with it. And then you're like,
No, here's the thing, though, is that I told him to do it. I was like, I'll do a Christ Air over the fly box. He was like, okay. I definitely could have taken my phone out. I didn't think he was going to do it. And also, first of all, first try.
Oh my god.
He did it first try.
It's like fucking
I did not think that he was going to do it. I thought that, like, this was going to be something that he was going to battle, that you were going to battle or whatever. No, I was like, do a Christ Air with a fly box. He was like, okay, I got it. I was like, whatever.
On the topic.
You never turned it back on?
That's okay, you're loud enough for me.
But then you just did it first fucking try. I was like, I'm done. I don't want to skate anymore. Fuck this shit.
Gomer, you piece of shit. Back there starting shit with me.
I mean, now that I'm older and I have, like, responsibilities, I definitely, like, I'm not going to try it and do any of that shit. Just because, like, I feel like started late with skateboarding, and it's not something that I want to, like, go professional at.
Yeah.
I want to have fun with it, though. Like, I want to learn new things. But I have to know my limit also, and to not hurt myself because I have responsibilities. I have a job and everything. Like, same thing with you, that you're like, that's why I'm going to wear a fucking helmet now. Also, not to save your head, you know, and to make sure that, like, you don't get hurt again.
Like, if I died, my mom would be pissed.
But also, like, you're an adult. You're an adult now. You got responsibilities and, you know, shit like that. So, like, it is that type of way. And for me, like, skateboarding was more of, like, the community of it is what I love so much about it.
Same.
And, like, having the Skate or Die tattooed on my arm is more not skate as hard as you can or like die. It's more of like I love skateboarding and I love being around skateboarding and everything and the people and shit like that. And then if there was anything that I was gonna like work my ass off to go professional at, it would be Counter-Strike for me. But watching everybody else and with like skateboarding and stuff, I have skated enough to know. And then like watching you with scootering too, I also kind of know what it takes like for like other people like to know like, oh shit, that was hard, or like that's something like spectacular. And even like I really want to get into fruit booting.
Fruit booter?
Yeah, I think that for me,
I love rollerblading. So much fucking fun.
I think for me, because it's attached to me, so like that's my biggest fear with skateboarding is that it's not attached to me, and like I'm so afraid of like I said, like airing out even over like the pyramid kind of fly box, like in the middle of the park, like doing that on the board just like seems so scary to me. But like if I was on rollerblades, dude, and I went and like dropped it, I could jump over that no fucking problem. And then like the opposite way from when you fell, like you came into the mini ramp or the mini half and then was trying to go over it. If I was to go into the court, into the mini, and then fly out, I feel like I could do that, like with rollerblades. I don't know why I wouldn't be as afraid as I would with like a skateboard or a scooter or even a bike.
That's funny to me that's what makes you like more confident is the ideas of the wheel. That's what's scary about rollerblades or even like a bike to me is that you're like more strapped into the wheel.
You
It's
can't,
harder to get away from.
You can't bail.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
There's no bail.
Yeah.
Nah, I love that shit. I feel way more comfortable that it is attached to me, like than I do with a skateboard.
Because you know you can make the jump, but with a skateboard, you're like, it's gonna get away from me.
What if it does get away from me?
Yeah.
What if it does? What if I land on the board and then I
And
fall backwards and
board's
bust my
crooked.
fucking head open?
Yeah.
Like that. If you don't land like perfect, you know, when you're doing something like that, yeah, you're gonna get fucked up.
Yeah.
But with like the rollerblades, it's like if I don't feel comfortable, I can kind of like bail out of it. I feel like, you know, like if I don't feel exactly comfortable, because if I were to get into it, I would definitely wear pads, at least knee pads for sure.
Yeah.
Like 100%, because if I feel like I'm not gonna fucking land right, I would know to just kind of like fucking slide out of it. You know, like I know what I'm gonna be able to get out of.
Save a skateboard and you just kick it away.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Strap
Though.
to your feet.
Yeah, but okay, but here's the thing though, when you're
Same with a
Get
scooter.
like a snowboard
But-
strap.
Just toss it away.
but when you're really trying to fucking land it though, and then
Yeah.
it still doesn't go your way, and then you boop, and
I
then
mean-
and then
And then 3 months later, and you're
no, dude, it terrifies the fuck out of me. But like snowboarding is also something that I'm like, I would love to do.
I hate shit that's strapped
I
to my feet.
I
love
love it.
snowboarding.
I love snowboarding.
I don't like it being strapped to my feet.
I haven't gone snowboarding in years.
Different strokes for different folks. I think that I would feel more comfortable if it was strapped to my feet. But like I want to get a pair of blades, but they're like $300, and I don't have the money to do it. So if somebody out there would like to, you know, donate $300 so I can get a pair of blades, that'd be fucking dope. Are you going pee?
Yeah, I'm full of piss. Sorry.
God damn it!
You
I gotta
broke the
pee too.
fucking seal.
I gotta pee too.
Alright. Well, we're gonna take a
No, it's fine.
short intermission.
Nah, it's cool.
How about in the meantime we try something fun?
What's that?
Here, we're going to do a little segment called Smelling Salts.
Here.
Do you have some?
Here.
No.
We're gonna do a little segment called bath salts.
No shit. No shit.
You ever done this before?
No, and I've wanted to so bad. I've wanted to so bad.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you
yes, I
don't.
do. I've seen other people do it, and
God.
I've like really wanted. Is
You're
it the
gonna
only
hate
one you
it.
have?
No, I got a whole bunch in my car.
Oh, you're gonna hate it.
You're
gonna hate it so much.
I gotta pee first because I
don't
know
tell
like
him.
once I do it, I'm gonna piss myself, and
Give
I'm
him
not.
no warning.
We gotta keep this.
Give him no
I've
warning.
seen
if
other
he's
people-
excited, give him no warning.
I've seen other people do
I'll
it.
wait till Wes comes down here and then I'll
Oh.
explain exactly what.
Well, let me. Now that he's done, let me go take a piss myself. And then wait till I get back because I've seen other people do it, and I've always wanted to like. I just want to like. I want to get tased. I don't know why. I'm
I've
a
been
weird
tased.
person.
You have something wrong with you.
I want to know what it
He just
feels
wants
like.
to know what it
I want to know what it feels like.
Yeah,
I'm
I've
just
been
that fucking
tased.
weird.
It's nothing to write home about.
What is a cat? It's just so nice.
Here's your little brush.
I hate the smell of ammonia. What's up, nerd?
What the fuck is happening?
You ever tried smelling salts?
No.
You know what they are?
No.
So-
Oh no.
I know the concept.
So being a very big hockey fan like myself, I'd always seen them.
Yeah.
I was like, what are those? And then obviously figuring out what they were, I'm like, okay. Amazoned them, like, while this was like before the pandemic.
Yeah.
And was able to get them for a while. And then during COVID, only because originally you're supposed to use these for people who like faint and whatever, wakes them back up. So only like doctors' offices and whatever were allowed to get them during the pandemic, so I couldn't get them anymore. Well, now I can get them again.
They're back.
So I bought a box of them, and I keep them on, like, usually like one or two in my pocket everywhere I go, just in case I just need a little pick-me-up. I forgot that I had one, so we can do a little segment.
Okay.
So,
This is interesting. What exactly is a smelling salt?
So-
Educate me.
another name is ammonia inhalant.
Okay.
So these ones I like a lot better since they don't last super long. You literally just, I'll show you how to do it, but you'll literally just hold it like this, crack it, and then you just smell it.
Okay.
And it just like, it's supposed to get you focused. People use it for like a pre-workout, whatever. Like I said, the hockey players use them like in between periods and whatever. Yeah, it's so nice.
Okay.
I like them.
I'm excited.
Doesn't get you high or anything. It's just like just like a mental focus stimulant.
Yeah.
So,
Can't sniff it. You gotta huff it.
yeah.
But I want to do a line of it.
You can't sniff it. You gotta huff it.
Illegal whippets.
They are.
I'm a bad person. I like drugs.
I like drugs.
Austin was over the moon when I pulled this out. He was
Oh
just
my
like,
God. I said, don't warn him.
No, he's exactly.
Don't warn him at all.
He's exactly the personality type that would be in for that type of thing.
I should just be like, all right, hold it this close to you when you do it.
You gotta. You really gotta suck it. He's gonna eat it.
You're so fine.
He's gonna eat it. He's gonna fucking puke.
Tell his dad.
No, he's going to get. He's going to get a glass of whiskey.
Dad, come down here and try this with us.
God, Dad, come do drugs. You wanna get high? I wanna get high.
All right. It's fucking.
All right,
Oh, Jesus
I'm
Christ.
so excited.
Oh yeah, I should try my mic myself.
I'll let you. So, how you do these?
Let's crack it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I listen. All right. Oh. Holy shit! Oh my god!
No, thank you.
Oh, hold on.
It's like
It burns.
when you haven't changed the cat litter.
Yep. That's what I told him when you guys walked away. I was like, I've had cats my whole life, and I don't like ammonia at all.
Holy.
I want to go to war! I want a lightsaber! Holy shit!
No, I want to clean my cat litter.
I'm half deaf and can't see for shit, so my sense of smell is fucking up here.
Jesus
Good.
Christ, that is way stronger than I expected it to be.
Yeah,
It's like a fire in your
it
face.
burns your fucking face.
Give me one more of those.
Oh my god, dude. Woo! God damn!
I've never used those. Sounds cool. Angelica, they smell like cat piss.
I'm fucking awake.
It doesn't smell like it's just the ammonia part of it. Cause
Well, it smells like cat piss from here.
cat piss has like that pungency to it This is more just like the raw ammonia smell.
I want to punch somebody in the face.
Do it.
Do it, bro.
That would be great in the fucking pit.
Like, dude, I feel like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Also, hi,
Are you sure this
Angelica.
isn't
My
drugs?
name's Emily. I've heard that me and you would get along very
That
well.
is intense.
Holy
I would love to meet
fucking
you.
shit.
Wow.
It's definitely died down, though. That first one, though, like, that was fucking...
Oh, no.
Holy shit.
like
I
when
got
you-
a tear that came out of my eye, dude. It was like, ah!
Yeah.
It's like when you take a shot of whiskey and you feel the like burn all the way, but
But it's like in your...
in your brain. Like,
Dude,
It
I'm
is
fucking
bad.
wide awake now. Holy
it's
shit.
like somebody shoves an icicle. You know those long icicles that grow off the
Yeah.
fucking side of the
Yeah.
gutters?
Like, you just
Somebody
fucking...
just stabbed the end of it straight into my fucking brain.
Oh, my God.
It feels like you're like swimming upside down in a pool for way too long.
Yeah. Woo.
The
I
water
get
up
it.
your nose.
I get it.
Uh,
I get it. I need that in the morning.
It's
Somebody wake me
terrible.
up for
Are
work.
we sure
dude.
I
Just
didn't just do
fucking-
coke? My nose is fucking dripping.
Fucking terrible.
Holy shit.
Tense.
Yeah, that was...
Amazon, you fucking suck, but this is the only reason I like you.
Oh my god. I'm ready to fucking go, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know where we're going, but I'm ready to go.
All right, y'all. We got 14 minutes. Can I show you the rest of my crazy ass
Yeah.
All
friends?
right.
All right. So this is clip number 2 of Lance.
I get how that shit works. It wakes
Yeah.
people up.
What?
Show it out. Oh, okay. He just ran up to it. That was dope.
That's a fun thing.
I love Lance so much.
Yes.
That was cool.
He's so fun.
Thank you.
One of my favorites. I relearned how to do that. I used to do the blunt pull-outs to fucking nose slap downs. Like, click clack.
Oh God,
Snap.
Lance.
Dude, okay, so in
Oh.
between the videos, I do want to talk about like the slide, the tail slide that you do, like when you like lift up the board, like you hold the nose. And
Oh, tail blocks.
The tail
I
blocks?
was gonna say.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
He's like, I know what that is.
Do more drugs.
That shit that you do is like so stylish.
It's really
and the way-
easy.
I know, but
Yeah.
like the way that you do it though is so stylish, and I love it. Every single like you would do it like on the fly box, like you know, like you would come up the kind of angled way and then
Yeah.
just like slide across and then go into the
Tail block to a drop it.
to
That's
the
one
drop
of my
in,
favorites,
yeah. And like, dude,
You
it's
just tail block slide all the way right to where the coping is, and then you go, all right, I'm going in.
It's so stylish. And then I was like, you should. He put the center block up on the what do you call it? It's like the middle part of the park.
Spine? Pyramid?
The pyramid, but it's flat on the top, so it's not necessarily like a pyramid.
It's still
You
a
just,
pyramid.
Fun
You
box.
just call it a pyramid.
Fun box.
Fun box.
Fun box.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he put it on. He put like the parking block,
Fun box.
Fun bug.
the cement like
Yeah.
parking, whatever the fuck you call those things, block, and he put it up there, and I could see him like, so he goes up, like slides up, and then like kind of like turns, and then hops in the turn, and then completely goes, and then goes back in Faggy, and I was like, that's fucking dope.
Ew. That was nasty.
Yeah. Well, he like I could see that he was starting to do it, and I was like, "You should do this." And he was like, "That's what I'm like trying to do."
I'm trying
And I
to.
was
Just
like,
give me a
"Okay, my bad." Nah,
Give me a
but
fucking second.
I'm like, that
The
shit's
vision is
so,
there.
just to have the control of like the scooter that you do, and like I see other people and everything, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but like I don't know you personally, so I don't really give a shit. I know this guy personally, and I'm like, I love everything you do. You're gonna be my favorite like scooter man.
Scooter
For
man.
life.
All right, next we've got Eli Reams. Eli Reams is the one that can do stupid fucking Christ errors.
Wait until the end.
Ooh. Double flip, and then it was like a
You fucking roast beef caught that.
Yeah. Nice.
Cameraman just stole the board.
That was cool.
He was an insane skater.
Double flip to roast beef with the hand varial.
Yeah, that was cool.
That's an interesting way to. I love a good roast beef grab. I used to do like roast beef shove-its, because that's like your hand is already twisted, so it's really easy just to shove the board around. I'm gonna try to learn how to do that. That's a cool trick.
It was a really cool one.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That reminds me of somebody.
He's so good on vert.
I love a good ollie with fast plant like that. Damn.
God, fucking Eli.
It's like that one kid where he just like did the body varial to like, what is it, like a backside Smith or some shit like that.
Oh yeah. It was. I mean, if it wasn't a body varial, if he had rotated the board, it would be a hurricane or a salad, depending on which way it was coming in.
Yeah.
So yeah, he.
It comes in regular.
Body varial Smith hurricane type shit.
Like just the way that he does it, he's one of the like skate naked like regulars, but he like you think that he's about to go up and do a 50-50 and like just do that, but then he just fucking body varials like it's fucking nothing. Like when I do my body varials, like let's say I do like a rock body varial, I'm like on the top of the fucking coping, and then like I go up and like get on the top of the coping and then jump. And like he like going up to the coping
before he's on the coping.
Before he's on the coping, just whoop. It's just a body varial, just whoop, and just fucking. And I'm like, I don't understand. I don't get it how you do that shit. And he just did one of them, and I'm like, I hate you.
Eli's so good.
I hate him.
It's so unfair.
I hate everybody.
Like anytime
That's a better skater.
Anytime we had a skate comp at Ollie's, there were easily two people that were exempt: Eli and Riley. Like you can't have a hawk in a skate comp; you're gonna lose.
Yeah.
And Eli was always exempt, but they were both allowed to be judges.
That's cool.
So that it made it worth it for them because they were there to support. But like, yeah, they were always like, "You're not fucking doing a run."
I really want to do a skate comp at Pickerington. I want to host like Blue Skies from the Basement hosts a fucking skate comp.
Oh yeah, you know Bob would get behind that.
I feel like we could get Bob, we could get Careless, and we could go and talk to
we do like
Parks and Rec
and shit too.
Yeah, we go and talk to Parks and Rec and like make sure that we get everything. Like,
well, there we go. That's our final fucking puzzle piece because I was thinking of doing it at Skate Naked.
No,
that way we could film it.
No,
but
we could film it.
That's the final part of our puzzle piece is Bob, Brian, and where we're having the skate comp.
Who's Brian?
Your stepfather.
Because
I told you.
We can't necessarily. Pickerington's not. They're not gonna. Brian would not. No. That type of company would not.
No, I'm working on
something. What is this, the Mafia?
He owns a dispensary.
Oh, okay. I'm working on something where we get. Because Bob and Brian both have been like, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I
could definitely get behind that.
Yeah.
As a fundraiser. Because there's also something that Brian was talking about, remember, where I said they were doing tests to see how cannabis fights cancer cells?
Yeah.
So we would do a fundraising event for that.
Ooh.
Hosted by Bob. And... Well, hosted by us.
Hosted by us. Bob would be on board.
Bob being the person that would have stuff as like a giveaway.
Sponsored by Bob.
You know?
Well, we would have to...
Because he did cash prize, plus most people got away with new decks, new trucks, new wheels. Like, he knows how to do that.
He might throw some stuff in there, but we would also have to, like, throw cash prizes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I bet you could get fucking Wally and the dudes from Concrete Disciples
We could definitely do, like, a split the pot.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, we know enough people.
Wally would want to get involved for sure. He knows the Concrete Disciple guys.
The last skate comp that Bob did, the turnout was fucking amazing.
You talking about Go Skate Day?
No, this was after Go Skate Day. The turnout was fucking amazing.
The 1 year anniversary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The turnout was fucking awesome. And that was all due to Bob. So
Pretty sure the Concrete Disciples were there.
Yeah.
He's got...
They're the people that built Westerville.
They were there.
My whole
He's
skate
got
life.
the social media branding. He's got, the funds, the giveaway, everything like that. That's what I'm putting on Bob.
The people that were in the van...
Yeah.
Those dudes? Yeah. Those are the concrete disciples.
These dudes
I'm almost positive.
These dudes showed up in a beat-up, white transit van. And I was like, oh, they skate. Just from seeing what they pulled up in, I was like, those motherfuckers shred.
And then you saw them and they were like...
They were construction workers. They had, just gotten off work.
Oh, yeah.
So they were all in high-vis and everything.
They work concrete.
Yeah.
They do that shit for a fucking living.
They were all in high-vis and everything, and then they got out and fucking shredded that skate park. And it was fucking awesome. But that's what I want from Bob, is like,
You made friends with one of them.
I want his help to have the social media backing to it, where he could get the turnout. We could organize a split the pot. We could organize, giveaways, free drink tickets at Half Baked, whatever.
Oh yeah,
where Brian comes in would be explaining what the fundraiser is for. Brian comes in and it changes the tempo. Where Brian would come in would be explaining what the fundraiser is for, explaining what his company is. I'm not saying he's bringing fucking edibles.
Right.
Because I don't want there to be an age limit for it. And if we give something like edibles or free beer or whatever, there's going to have to be an age limit. You're going to have to be fucking 21. So,
we could have other
we could have other things. If a minor wins, congratulations. You have a new board, some new trucks, some new wheels, whatever. I feel like if we got Bob, Brian, and Careless as our trifecta, we're golden.
Yeah.
We're fucking golden. We have it at fucking Pickerington.
The thing would be convincing Park and Rec to let us get the permit to be able to do that, because they have to. We could probably get Half Baked and Careless on there just fine, but the weed thing though, Pickerington, I can tell you right now, that's gonna be.
We just say it's for medical
Pickerington
research.
has a dispensary now.
Do they?
Yeah.
Don't worry, I have a permit for this. I can do what I want.
Yeah,
Parks and Rec.
I have it in my back pocket right here. It's right here.
Fuck,
It's right here.
told me about this.
It's my permit.
Yup.
Somebody just told me about this the other day.
I mean, I'm down with it. Again,
Pickerington has a dispensary.
It wouldn't even be a lie to be like, it's for medical research.
we could definitely, we would have to find what are we fundraising for, specific. We would have to find a legitimate fundraiser.
Brian told me the company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we just do that. We could do it and
we
then
fundraise for them.
That would. I feel like Careless, Half Baked and Brian would all get behind that.
I already talked to Bob about it, and he was like, absolutely, anytime you want.
So here's the thing. Also,
same with Brian.
Also doing beginner, intermediate, and expert levels of competition.
We could even have a minor run for minors.
Mostly that would be your beginner. It would
depending on the minor.
Your beginner would mostly probably be minors, and so whatever our prizes that we do for the beginner would be your
decks, your trucks.
Yeah. Intermediate would kind of be we would just know that or if we were doing it that way, it would be if you are above the age of 18, or if you're above the age of 21. The prizes are going to be this. If you're under the age of 21, the prizes are going to be this. Yeah. Sort of thing. And then that way people know, if you're under 21, you're not going to get the drink tickets for Half Baked for the expert level.
Obviously.
But you're still going to get the other prizes. And then I would say to them, you get to choose somebody in the, at the comp that you give the 21 plus to.
I would also say, for a split the pot situation, 18 and over. Because I don't want some 12-year-old to go home with $500 and have their parents be like, what the fuck? Where did you get this? Could you imagine coming home from the skate park at 11 years old and you just have $500 in your pocket? Your mom would lose her shit.
But Wes might have done that, but I would have never done that. The only thing that I've ever won from a skate comp was that.
The one time I could have won big money was when I skated in the Arnold Classic competition. Probably 2009 or 10, somewhere around there.
Really?
I was so much pressure, so many good skaters there, that all three of my runs, I went to go to do the big trick that I was doing. You know the ramp that's at Skate Naked? That's when you go into the big, like, flow kind of section. Past, like, if you go to the right of the roll-in, there's, like, the little hip wedge ramps.
Yeah.
In the middle.
It's
Yeah.
Not in the middle. It's off. It's the right side.
No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I got you.
Like if you walk into that section and look to your right, it's the far right.
You go all the way to the right.
Okay.
It's
It's
like the roll-in, the
it's
giant intimidating roll-in that we helped the kids jump over.
Yeah.
It's like this.
To your right of that.
Yeah.
It's like this, and then you have like the deck on top, and it's like this. Yeah,
It's a really simple ramp.
Yeah.
We've been moving that ramp around Columbus for a long time. That was there used to be a bar out in Westerville that had that ramp, and we did a skate contest there. It used to be inside that bar. But that ramp's been all over the fucking place. That ramp was at the Arnold Classic downtown at like the convention center.
No shit.
And I was just trying to do a fucking ollie boneless 360 on that ramp. Yeah, just one side of the hip, left side to the right side.
Right.
And I was dropping it on this big old fucking. It was probably like a 9-foot vert ramp. Dropping it on that and just boneless 360 to fakie ollie on that. And all 3 runs, I did the foot plant late and slipped on the top of it and just backwards fell into the ramp behind me. All 3 runs.
No shit.
Yeah, that was my one chance where I think the grand prize was like $2,000 or something like that.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right, my boys. I hate to cut your stories short,
Hold
but
on,
we're at 11
I want to
o'clock.
ask, have you entered any comps? Yeah.
Have
you won any?
I got second place twice at Ollie's, actually.
Fuck
Nice.
yeah. God, I miss Ollie's.
Against who?
People you don't know.
Skaters or scooters?
Scooters.
Okay.
Scooter. Yeah, I knew it was Scooter. But like,
Fuck those little scooter kid motherfucking bastards at Ollie's. They used to steal my vape. I would tell them no, but
Bro,
since one of them was like the owner's son, he was a shithead, he would just come up and be like, and then like run away. I'm
No,
like,
I hate-
you are like 11. Could you fucking stop?
I still hate like where kind of a little bit of the skate community has gotten to is that like I said, I got my vape stolen at the skate park, and I know who the fuck it was too, and that's the shitty part. And I still see him, and it was still like the kid that I think was like fucking making fun of me and shit. And I'm like,
Oh, we saw him the last time we were there.
Yeah,
He was there.
and I really just want to beat
Want
the
to punch him in the face?
fuck out of him, but I'm an adult now, and I
Yeah.
can't fucking do that. But like, I know it was them.
The day you turn 18, it's on fucking site.
I know for a fact it was him and his group.
It's always the shithead teenagers.
It might not have been specifically him, but it was his friend group, and like I know that it was them.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like I just have this type of like mentality about him now, and I hate that too.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, that's not how skateboarding should be.
Nope.
I want to be happy that you're like an awesome fucking skater, and I love the shit that you do. But anytime I see you, I'm just like, I fucking hate you.
Back in the fucking 70s and 80s, they thought that skateboarding was a type of, like, satanic witchcraft fucking bullshit, and they made it illegal. It is now the skate community's job to fix that. It's never going to get better for the skating community if we're thieves and vandals and we're fucking busting in places and like getting in fights and shit. That image is never going to get better.
That shit's fun too, though.
I mean, it is. But there was just a clip out there that like they're skating a rail, and this lady comes out and she's like, "That's my, fucking rail." And the dude was like, "I will come back and I will paint your rail the same fucking color.
Yeah.
Like I'll paint it. I'll come back in an hour. Like, let me get this trick, and then I'll come back and I'll paint it." And then he fucking came back, and he painted that shit. It's like, you just got to do that type of shit. And we are so, like, the real skate people, the people that actually give a shit about skateboarding, I feel like, are the type of people, or any type of sport, not even just skateboarding, but, like, BMX, skateboarding, scooter, dirt biking, drifting, any of that
They're
shit.
the nicest and most supportive people I've ever met in my life.
Real people, though, respect shit.
Yeah.
And we understand that, like...
It's not.
No, it's not a
vape.
vape.
It's not drugs. It's like the smelling salts.
It's to help them quit vaping.
It's
no
oil.
It's
like an oil
It's a
like thing.
Plant
Try
core.
it, seriously.
You just breathe and it's just air, and it's just flavored air from
It's
plants.
No smoke, no nothing,
It's
no
like essential
drugs or
No
anything.
battery, nothing.
Yo,
Okay, if
try
you
it.
don't want to, fine.
No, try it.
Okay, cool.
Let me smell it.
Try it, babe.
It's like
Nope, it's mint.
Oh yeah, you don't like
don't like
that. That's
mint?
right.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is peppermint oil.
Yeah.
That is straight
I
up
love
peppermint
it,
oil.
man. So like, yeah, it's
Whew,
supposed to help
I don't
you
do
quit
well with
vaping.
menthols though.
Actually,
My sinuses are clear, but
it helps with the menthol thing.
yeah,
I was just thinking about it because it's a similar like face feel to the smelling
it
salts.
is. That's
Yeah.
just straight peppermint oil on a stick.
but no,
All right.
the fucking community, that real people that are in that community, like even like if we go into the street takeover shit, if you talk to like people like the real car people, they hate that shit.
Oh yeah.
The street takeover shit, they don't like that at all.
No.
It's like, if you want to go and do that stuff, make a specific spot, make sure that the city knows that you're taking up, like Eastland, that's like right down the street from us. Like you can set up that and tell the city, say that, hey, we're doing this on this date, you know, and we're gonna like, here's what we have set up. So like, you know, we're gonna have.
Is that who I saw there last time?
Huh?
The whole fucking car gang showed up in the parking lot.
At Eastland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do that?
They did that, yeah.
Okay.
But they also talked to the city. They told them that they were doing that, like, and they had like proper.
Crystal and I were like, look at these hoodlums. These
but
fucking
that-
hooligans.
But that wasn't even like that though. That was
Yeah.
actually like something that was set up.
Yeah.
Like, and they had people that were volunteers of like, if a car were set on fire or if somebody got hurt, they had people that were volunteers that were there that were able to, you know, help in any way, you know, if something were to go bad. Like, they actually set that shit up. But when you do it in the middle of a fucking intersection and then you're like drifting around and then people get fucking hit by cars and shit because they're being dumbasses, also getting too close to cars that are drifting around with people that have no idea what the fuck they're doing.
You're putting people's lives in danger at that point.
Same thing with skateboarding though. Like, you have to understand that, like, if we want to do this shit, we have to go through the proper channels to be able to set all of this shit up. And I think we could do it for sure.
No, leave that to me. That's literally like my job.
Do you think when cavemen invented the wheel, they realized it would be this dangerous?
Yes. Anyway,
No.
It's almost 11:10. Jacob has nicely said that he's
Yeah.
got bedtime.
Yeah.
He does.
Let me get
Okay,
these
okay.
two clips. This is Zach Newman. This is the pro BMXer that I told you would go up into the rafters at Ollie's,
He on
tap it
X
with his
Games
tail,
mode.
tap it with his tail, and then come back in. Like, dude is nuts.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, I'll get into legs. Damn.
Look at the roof though.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Oh, I didn't switch the camera for that.
I like a good little tappy
It's a
tap.
little dude.
So play it again and switch the camera so the people can see it.
Hold on. No, because this one's at Ollie's.
Oh, we.
All right, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it.
Literally me.
The vert. Oh my god.
I know. He doesn't really do. There we go.
Oh.
And that shit that Lance would do on his board too. Just
God.
God damn.
Oh my god, that's fucking.
speaking of which, pretty sure that's Lance.
Also, landing like in that small ass like section too,
Yeah.
like that's ballsy as fuck.
Well, that's,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
somebody's comfortable with where they're riding.
No,
Yeah.
Zach is absolutely nuts.
That's fucking cool.
I can't even begin to tell you the shit I've seen his crazy ass do. He's
So-
fucking-
Do you think you'll ever decide to go pro, or are you just like doing it for fun?
It's all for the fun.
All for the fun? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that you could go pro and still just do it for the fun?
I've been told several times, but
What I'm asking you personally, like.
right company comes along. Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know. Very strange times.
That's
With-
Rodney Mullen's state of mind. He's like, I could go pro, but then you lose the authenticity of it. If you're chasing a paycheck, that's all it becomes. And when you do it for the fun and you do it for the soul as a form of meditation, when money gets involved, it gets kind of muddy.
I mean, I think that, like, the thing with that is to continue to do what you love to do. Because why you became, like, if you're with that mindset right now, that you do this for the fun, right? And people like us love what you do. Like, if you put out a part with just the shit you do now, like, we would watch that shit and be like, oh my god, like, he's fucking good. Other people would, like, recognize that, and so, like, if you were to do that but then become pro, it'd be like, you still just do the shit for the fun. Like, there might be a paycheck, but you're only doing the things that you would do for the fun. And, like, maybe push yourself a little bit more because you're like, yeah, there is, like, a paycheck attached to it, but you're not going to push yourself to the ends of not having fun with it. Like, Day One Song, like, is a perfect example of, like, he's not doing like Jaws type shit of jumping down like 25 stairs or anything like that. He's doing like what he loves.
Shut up.
And not hurting himself or anything like that, and like enjoying what he does. And there are hundreds of thousands of people that watch everything that he does. So I feel like you could do it, you know, still in the way that you like to do it. Maybe pushing yourself a little bit more, but still having fun with it. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe. And if not, dude, fucking have your fun with it. Don't ever go pro. Enjoy doing what you're fucking doing. And, like, I just think that you could, though. I think that you could do it. No fucking problem. And have a following behind you, for sure. For just the style of, like, what you do. And, like, I enjoy it so much. And who you are as a person adds to that shit, too. Like, you know, creating a video and kind of, like, showing, you know, the fun that you have. And not just the tricks, but, like, you know, your interaction with people and, like, having fun with people. You could definitely make a following from doing all of that. But, I mean, hey, if you're just one of those people that just wants to do it for fun and that's it, and you're, you know, happy just doing it that way, by all means, please fucking do that, because we are...
You're an awesome person, and you do some awesome fucking shit. So.
Yeah, and I just love, like, I love getting to, you know, be at the park with you every single time, like, we show up, and, you know, and I see you, I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to have a good time at the skate park, like, Jacob's here, fuck yeah. So, like, yeah, either way, you know, I just saying personally, I think you could for sure go pro. And there is, you know, when you add that money aspect into it, and Emily's talked about this too, because she's an amazing artist in multiple ways. Like, she's got a lot of stuff that she can do. But with her, she's like, for her, it's like a little scary to add the money aspect into it, because she's like, or it becomes difficult when the money's in there because she feels forced, you know? And
I think there's some things in life that it's totally fine to keep separate from, like, a job. Like, yeah. That's why I've never done skateboarding, and, like, I've never pursued skateboarding as a professional thing.
Even though you two could definitely.
Well, that's why I'm saying this.
You
like,
could.
If I followed that path, if I made it a professional thing, yeah, I could be better than what I am now. I could be making money off of it, but I can do it. I do it not because it was ever a thing in my mind where it was like, I want to make money from this. It was never like, I want to do this professionally. I always did it because I loved it and was passionate about it.
Right.
And there are things in my life that I always want to keep separate from it ever becoming a job. Like, skateboarding should never feel like a job to me.
Right.
Because that's why I like it. It's not a job at all. That's what I like about it.
It's for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where, like,
I think when I watch you scooter, and when
kind of the same thing.
When I watch you do shit that, like, I can see a thought process, and, like, that's a unique thing that that's what I like about watching you, is, like, there's often, like, little fucking flares and, like, shit that you add, or, like, little scooter shoves in between, like, Recent clip. I think you reposted it recently of like or like you shared it. One of your more recent clips of like going over the spine and then just doing like a scooter shove right before you go in after the grind, and just being like, just that little like technical extra. It takes like some quick thought, but like you planned it out.
Yeah,
that's what I like watching. That's somebody who's passionate about like the little intricacies of why I like riding a skateboard, why I like watching somebody like you. Like, it's somebody who's thoughtful about their passion.
We just talked about this the other day when we were at Skate Naked, and I brought it up, and I was like, when you were like skating and like you were trying this one trick as you're going across, you know, like the street section, like you're doing all these tricks like fucking the tail slide and like doing all this other shit, and then you come up and like try that trick. When I do it, I might do a manual across, and then like I'll do a feeble on the other side. It's the same fucking shit I do every single time, and then I'm coming back, and on my way coming back, I'm like setting up to try and do the shoving. I'm like focused, hardcore. You're just like doing all this other shit.
But I like that too.
But same thing with you too. Like you might be trying a trick, but in between things, like in the run, you know, like if you have to go like across, and then like you're coming back to like try a trick, you're like doing other shit, you know, in between there, because you're so comfortable with the scooter and everything. And I love that about you guys.
No.
I'm not fucking there. I'm nowhere fucking close to that, but I appreciate that.
But you're passionate. That's what matters, though. That's the fucking thing.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
That's what I'm saying, though, is like I think for us,
skateboarding saved my life.
there's people who go professional, and like those are the people that we end up looking up to. But like that, it doesn't have to be. Like, you don't have, just because you are really good at something and you're passionate about it doesn't mean you have to be one of the people who like becomes the professional. Like, you're
Right.
Yeah, it's just a thing we do.
I also,
and we're really good at it.
So
and you're really fucking good at what you do.
Vice versa.
I watch you and I get excited. Like, it makes me want to go to the fucking skate park.
It makes me, when I watch you, it makes me want to skate better.
Yeah.
It's a completely different thing. You're a scooter and I'm skateboarding, but it makes me want to skate better. Like, I want to do shit with you, like, or like push the limit, like, with you, or just be fucking hyped for you, like. And so vice versa, or I guess like devil's advocate, is that because you guys are passionate about like what you do, that you could make it a job and still be passionate about it and still just do this from that passion. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want it to become a, you know, the sole, like, job, you know, or moneymaker. Because that puts so much pressure on, you know, you that, like, oh, I have to do these things now. It doesn't become fun for me anymore. I have to force myself to do this. But the way that both of you are, you could just skate the way that you, or scoot the way that you guys do, and maybe sometimes push yourselves to do some like extra shit and still make it a professional job. Personally,
we gotta end this fucking show, but this has been bothering me the entire time. Maybe it's my own insecurity. What do you fucking call it? Scooting?
Oh yeah,
scootering. Okay. Thank you.
Scootering, riding.
Riding that feels more. There's something about like even skateboarding when you say like it's a skateboard, it sounds kind of like childish. But something about like scootering, or like the way that we skaters talk about like rollerblades, where we call them fruit booters. Like it's infantilizing. Like,
yeah, but I'm saying that I want to become a fruit booter. So like,
sorry, but we do have to end this fucking show.
We do. Jacob, thank you so much for coming on the show, man. I really appreciate it.
I was trying to find the specific clip that I was like freaking out over before I came over, but I've just been watching your Instagram and getting freaked out about every clip. I love it. I love what you're doing.
But no, I really think that like both of you, just the way that you guys skate and the fun that you have, and you wouldn't even
about having fun.
You wouldn't have to push the limit to like for you guys to be able to make content if you guys wanted to.
Whoops.
Like, because people like Day One Song's not doing like Aaron Jaws Hamoki, you know, fucking shit. You know, he's just doing what he loves and like not hurting himself on like 25 stairs and shit like that, but still making amazing content. It's like, that's where I'm like, you guys could still do what you love and become pro doing the shit that you love.
Yeah.
And
I just don't want to.
And that's, and 100% that's fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm like, you could still make content and still make money off of it and everything else, and I'll be there to fucking
Your
film
intentions are fantastic.
I would
you
love...
You want everybody to use their talents to, like...
Succeed.
Flourish.
Yeah.
In what they do.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're just surrounded by people that are like, nah.
I am, though. I am. And I'm one of the
Okay.
people that's like, I'm not good at anything, okay?
You're good at everything you do. Shut the fuck up.
No. Hold on. I am decent at a lot of things, but I'm not exceptional at a lot of things. Like, you are exceptional at scootering. You are exceptional at skateboarding. You are exceptional at art. I don't have any of that shit. I am, like, I would say decent at a lot of things, but I'm not exceptional. Like, you, all three of you, have, like, your fucking thing. Like, all of you have your thing. I don't. But what I do have is
He's
me.
exceptional at being a dad.
I am exceptional at being a person that supports other people, and like I want you to flourish, and I want you to be to live a happy life, and like to realize that you have this special talent, and that we are definitely in a day and age that like people recognize real. Like, and there are, and
real
with,
recognizes real.
Real recognizes real, and we have the internet now, and so like you two, she already has almost 25K on her TikTok from making the EDM mask, right? Both of you could like start a TikTok and like just skate the way that you guys skate, or scoot the way that you guys scoot, and like just doing what you do now. And you could like post those videos and you could get to where she's at, like, and have 25 K. But
sure.
but you're doing
for
it
what though?
But you're doing it just for fun, but you can make money off of it. It's the thing.
But the second it becomes about like
No.
me looking at number.
Show me more dog TikToks.
Hold on.
Yeah.
No, hold on, because it's not about making money though. This is shit.
No, but that's if there's ever somebody commenting on what I'm doing in a way that's like
negative.
Well, not negative. Just I go skate because I like to go be out in the world and go skate. If there's somebody that's like not attached to that in any way, they're just commenting on a thing that I post, and it's the thing that I love the most in my life. Fuck that person. Like I don't ever want. Like when I post something of me skating online, it's just like, hey, here's my life. It's never tied to it like adds to my life any way other than any way that I want it to. I don't need financial stability from the thing that like I hold sacred in my life.
Oh no, that's
so like
again,
that's why it'll never be a thing that I try to go professional in or like make money off, because I hold it truly sacred.
Well, so here's my thing: is that you are not trying to make money off of it in the first place. Like that's
well, you're looking at this like an ad, man. Like no. This isn't what's sellable about me. Is that I hold something sacred and that I like treat it or like look at it this way. It's yeah, I could do things with it. Jacob could do things with it.
God, I fucking hate you people. I wish I was good at something that I could go and do that and make money off of it, but I don't have anything.
I want to make money.
But all three of you do, and all three of you are like, nah.
I want to make money off of something else.
I'm good. I don't want to do that. And I'm like, I'm not.
It's my one thing.
I'm not good at anything, and I wish I could. I wish I had that exceptionally good thing that I was, that I could make money off of, because I would fucking do that shit. And all three of you are exceptionally good at the thing.
Money ruins that shit, man.
No, it can, but you don't.
No, it always does.
No, it does not.
No, I'm not saying that it like ruins every aspect of it. It's just that it puts a strain that I don't ever want there.
I just don't like the pressure and expectations. Like, I'm okay with people seeing my art in passing and being like, that's really good. But if I start to like sell it or put it out there, then I get a bunch of negative fucking people being like, I could do this for cheaper. This isn't even worth what it.
And you don't have to listen to them. You don't have to take that seriously.
No,
you can just like treat it like a thing that's separate from the thing that you're doing.
Ghost. That's what you're about to
say. Yeah, no. I don't want to have to ever. The thing that I love should never be Post and Ghost. It should be what it is.
No, yes, it should be Post and Ghost.
No.
Because
if I'm
what do
doing
you
it
think
for some other reason,
do you think YMH sits there and posts all their shit, and then they're like, oh, all these negative
they do
comments?
it for what they love, but they build a fucking image. You think?
Don't you have to start from somewhere and build your fucking?
I'm not trying to build an empire off it. You're focused on like materialism in a weird way. Like,
I mean,
like I don't care about that. I don't at all. Like,
Okay, guys.
The thing that makes me happy.
It's 11:25.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
Yeah.
I just hate you guys.
They will argue. We three will argue
I just hate that you
until
guys
we're
are
blue in
so
the face
good
and we
at
all
shit,
pass out.
and I'm not. I'm like.
That sounds like a you thing. Quit putting it on me.
I'm putting it on all of you. First of all.
Well, knock it off.
I
Stop.
I just.
Here, spit this.
Because I wish I was exceptionally good at something. Like I do.
Find your thing. Branch out. Try new things.
What do you mean?
You are really good
Find your thing.
at a couple things.
Like what?
Post them feet on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
No.
Foot finder.
No.
You got pretty decent feet.
No,
for a
I
guy.
have terrible feet,
If I
bro. I
learned
got
anything
athlete's foot.
from posting things on OnlyFans, because before I started, I was like, I don't know, I'm not really that attractive. And somebody at the strip club of all places looked at me and said, "Everything that you are is somebody's kink. Everything that you are.
Everything that you guys do is somebody's kink, by the way. So same thing you just said. It's somebody's kink.
You
Out
ride that
there.
Okay.
scooter real
All right.
nice.
Just saying.
Do what you love, kids.
The only thing that I
exactly.
could say that I am exceptionally good at is Counter-Strike. That is the only
There you
thing that
go.
I can say that I am.
That's something though, and it
That-
also doesn't have to be anything. Like the chasing after being exceptional is like I don't know, just embrace.
Even
what
Angelica
you are.
is saying bye to us.
Yeah.
It's good to see. It was good to see you guys. Thanks for streaming. I love you.
I love you too.
Absolutely.
We have to have you on soon.
Yeah.
We have to end the stream.
That is like our 6th time saying that. So
Yeah, it's 11:27.
y'all know.
We've already
where-
kept Jacob here half an hour past when we said we would,
Y'all know where to
and
find
he showed
us.
up early.
Blue Skies from the
Let this
Basement.
man go home.
Blue Skies from the Basement. Blue Skies Pod. Blue Skies Podcast. Those are the 3 things you want to type in if you want to find us anywhere. Blue Skies Pod. Blue Skies from the Basement. BSFTB.
You have
Yeah.
tpublic.com/BSFTB.
That I forgot to wear today, by the way.
No worries. No worries.
But yeah, go to those links.
Yeah. So if you want to get any of our merch, it's tpublic, TEPUBLIC.com/BSFTB.
Spelling is fun.
And
Words are hard.
you can find all of our merch on there for now. And then we also have a Discord that is in our Spotify description.
It's in anywhere you can find us descriptions, yes.
Is it? Well, it's not in the YouTube description.
It's also not in our TikTok description.
Well,
I'm
okay.
gonna have to fix that.
Yeah, we gotta get a link tree.
We do have a link
We
tree.
can't attach links to our TikTok bio
Because we don't have enough
Because we don't
followers,
have enough
so you
followers.
guys need to go follow our TikTok.
I am in charge of our TikTok.
Jacob, thank you so much for being a part of the show, man. Would love to have you on again anytime.
Absolutely.
I don't know, like, what is your schedule? Like, do you have Saturdays off, or did you have to, like...
Weekends off.
You have weekends off? Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You are welcome any fucking time, dude. You got a Saturday night off, and you're like, I want to go out and do something. Hit us fucking up, dude. See if you want to come on the show. If we don't have a guest, dude, you're more than fucking welcome to come over and hang out. Anytime. But yeah, alright, well.
Righty-ho, everybody.
Righty-ho. Hi.